Happy Monday, everyone. Here we are. We're back again for round 21 here in Brazil. When I said back again, I felt like I was about to break into a song with the Backstreet Boys. Oh my God, we're back again. But yes, we are back again for the Brazilian Grand Prix here in the Autodromo Estigo Interlagos. I think I've said that completely wrong, but yes, all I know is that we're here in Interlagos, Brazil. Interlagos, in between the lakes, and Corsair. It's very much it's a completely different world, isn't it? Because you can see the shanty towns there just in the distance of that trap map, and then of course there we have the city of Sao Paulo just behind that screenshot right now. 15 turns then around this circuit has been on the calendar for wow, goodness me, almost 3 decades or more now, hasn't it? Thereabouts. Said, of course, the first time that has been on the calendar in a very long time in 2020, but it is great to have it on the calendar once again. Hopefully at the end of the season as well for the Brazilian Grand Prix. There is nothing on the line in terms of in terms of the World Championships. So they have both been wrapped up. Both the constructors and drivers have been wrapped up, but I hope everyone's been reading the Twitter sphere because, of course, is highlighted what is needed there from Nigel and from Gamer today to be confirmed promoted to gold next season as well. I'm looking forward to all three of those drivers. Of course, Nigel returning to gold then. I think Gamer raced in gold as well, didn't he? Back in season 2, if I remember rightly. I think he made his debut in the Singapore Grand Prix, didn't he, in season 2? Gamer did then, so it'd be good to see him back in action in gold. Then really good something. Of course, Nigel, the first ever world champion of ALR. So of course, that it would be also good to see Nigel back into the thick of things as well. Last season's race lap record win was at 09.083 then, which was set by Serious Mushroom. Last season's pole time was a 1:6.959, which was set by Gamer. Goodness gracious me, then those are some very good times indeed. Then 2 seconds quicker than Glock's pole position time from a season before. This is the third time that Silver have been a part of Interlagos, part of racing in Interlagos then, and indeed, I'll read out the permutations in just a jiffy as well. It's a long old list, and I'm glad that we got a mass wizard in the admin crew. It's definitely not me, I can say that. As you can see there, we have 20 drivers once again. It feels like a lot of drivers like this circuit, don't they? Yes, we are here tonight then for round 21 out of 22. The second to last Grand Prix of the silver calendar is it's already underway because look, the time has already been ticked down. None of the full-time racing point drivers here tonight then, as Farfar is partying hard then, and BP unfortunately not racing here tonight either, which is a shame now for BP. Actually, now for BP, and of course we've had a late drop out there from one of the Red Bulls drivers, Steve. So Gunnar is taking his place there as well. So Gunnar, who of course has driven in at silver before, I think. Let's go through the comments, shall we? Diashi up the Renault there. Diashi, one of the newest members into the Renault team then. Gamer evening. Curly there is a clap there from German there, as they were supporting each other last night as well, weren't they? Good 7D there from Blatant Rage and Curry there for cheering on German there, which he won the Grand Prix as well, didn't he? Dylan, the bronze world championship leader, and potentially could be crowned the world champion tomorrow. Keep an eye on that one. The Hiltons will be taking you through that. Gamer saying, I have some good memories from here last season. Hope I can do that again. Indeed, that Gamer got his first ever pole position and his first ever race wins. Right, he was absolutely incredible last season here, wasn't he? And that really, I think that for me, that kick started off as an amazing start to the season this season as well, didn't he? Kakarot Goku, good evening. Hello, Goku. I love that YouTube name. That's brilliant. Ayrton saying, hello all. We've also got Dylan saying hashtag Tommy for president, and hashtag Mushroom for the vice presidency as well. TK, waza. Gordo, hello. We've also got Serious so much, and then saying even all good luck then. Full dry, beautiful there from Troy, loving that. Slayer saying damn it, not wet then. Gamer also saying dry. Young Tommy evening, and tomorrow it's wet there from Kakarot Goku. It probably will be wet tomorrow, wouldn't it? Because no, it'd just be my luck really, wouldn't it? Thank you for all the thumbs up as well. Lovely stuff indeed. As we got cars there just out on the circuit as well. Here comes Farham now, who is in the racing point as well, finishes his debut here tonight in for silver, so good stuff indeed. Whilst he's about to start his lap around Brazil, let's go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? No, before I do that, let me quickly go through the championship permutations then, as they have been listed down. I hope you're ready for this, Ed. I hope you're going to make some notes, Ed, at the moment then. So Nigel can be confirmed third then at the minimum if Irish Potato finishes fifth or lower. New Potato then will finish fifth or lower, and Nigel doesn't score then. So basically, that is it in a nutshell, really. So Irish Potato basically needs to finish fifth or above to keep his aspirations of the top three alive. And of course, the same. And in terms of the constructors, for Mercedes will finish second, and Ferrari outscore Mercedes by 1 point or less then as well then. So Ferrari will be confirmed top three if Ferrari outscore Williams by 6 points as well then. So there are the championship permanentations there. Gamer will be in the top three as well if Irish Potato. Yes, Irish Potato then finishes 7th or lower as well, and that is if Gamer doesn't score then. So minimum then new Potato then needs to get some points on the board then. I hope you're with me still because I have no idea what's going on. Goon, we got Broke Gorilla saying evening, Sean. Hello from me and Tess. Good evening to you both, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Farham's having a good start today. Then he has gone into a 7 straight away then to start us off the mark then. Gooner is currently in the Red Bull as well, and he is the only driver apart from this man here, YBR, who's making a return to ALR bronze tonight as well. Of course, any of you long-time viewers will remember YBR. Let's just go through some of his yesteryear stats. And of course, he made his debut on the first ever race in silver. Gunar's gone second fastest. Made his debut on the first ever silver race, didn't he? YBR back in the Russian Grand Prix all those many moons ago. Then he finished. He's had 14 starts. Then scored 91 points. He's had a podium as well. So good 17th there from YBR. And I think AlphaTauri will be loving to see YBR in the car tonight. They're seeing if they can get themselves off the foot of the Constructors' Championship. And that has reminded me, let's go for the Constructors' Championship, the drivers first. And this is what it's like in the Drivers' Championship. And Troy leads the championship. He's already been crowned the world champion. But there's a good old battle for second and third then between Nigel and Gamer as well. They're almost confirmed. They're almost confirmed being promoted to golden, but they need to see the job out, don't they? Nigel and Gamer does say that second and third position. New Potato fourth, and New Potato Mushroom in fifth position. Fourth position. Fourth position. Fifth position then. I've got to say, I'm absolutely tongue-tied already then. As Murphy makes a very late dive coming into the pits. So Murphy is not too fond of that lap then, so he's abandoned his time coming into the pits. And Curly starting his lap as well. Going back to the championship. Yeah, serious motion then. I did make heads or tails. That is actually fifth. Gordo in sixth position then. My driver of the season then. Of course, the awards are still open for business. I believe they are open for business. So get your awards coming in then. Get your votes coming in. If I was a silver driver, I would definitely be voting for this man here, which is Gordo. And I've got to say, unbeknownst to me, Murphy did come out there, and I can't believe it that I didn't even clock on that he was actually doing a lap. And my goodness me, absolutely shocked to the system there. Murphy doesn't usually do a time lap at all around here, does he? But great stuff indeed then. Gordo coming up to the line as well, and hang on, there we go. I have broke my stream net. That's much better, isn't it? Gordo goes at second fastest as well. Good stuff. We got oh goodness me, who's that off? That's YBR, who's taking a trip across the grass, and he's trying to come back onto the circuit now. Curly has avoided the Aaron AlphaTauri. I'll finish off the Drivers' Championship in a minute then, as I'm struggling at the moment. I'm 6 minutes into the session now. Curly goes second fastest at the moment, and he's a 10th for a second away from TK, who is the benchmark at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. It's FIFA Beefy. I was a bit too slow for FIFA Beefy, but FIFA Beefy isn't for the track. He is third fastest in the Ferrari. Lovely stuff indeed there for FIFA Beefy in third position. And young Tommy there is just started his lap as well. While showing Tommy's on lap, let's finish off there. BP in 7th position there. 8th position is Wilson. TK moving up to 9th. Maldonado is 10th, and Farf has dropped down to 11th position in the World Championship. Young Tommy on board with now and had a great result last time out. He's moved up into 15th position, and almost certain he is. Well, he's not on the relegation battle just yet, is he? But he's making it much more comfortable for himself, isn't he? Jake Wilson and Steve have dropped down one position apiece. Said then Steve, who is only 2 points away from Ayrton now, and Ayrton then of course he is on 37 and the relegation point, as is Baz. He is not racing again here tonight. Baz is unfortunately, but Billet's back in action as well, who is also in the drop zone at the moment. Billet needs to score. I think the billet might be confirmed relegated here tonight then, as young Tommy has gone fifth fast. As said, he is about, he's at 19 points away from safety at the moment, and so he basically needs to outscore, he needs to outscore Steve then, he needs to get a win tonight, basically, or second and fastest up then for Billet to remain in silver for next season then. So that is a big ask indeed, isn't it? Ayrton coming down the back straight as well. Here comes Welsh Maldonado powering up the hill as well, and flicking it on to the back straight as well. And where can she put this Renault car? Of course, the Constructors World Champion. She is fourth fastest at the moment now for Welsh Maldonado. We got her teammate Troy making his way out of the garage as well. On board with Ayrton then, who has got a helmet very reminiscent then of Ayrton Senna, or looks very similar to Giancarlo Fisichella as well. Does it? Goodness me, then. I think he was going for the Senna look, wasn't he? But it does look like Fisichella's helmet. I think I spoke to, because Emerson on the same helmet as Ayrton, didn't he? And after we went off air last night, we did have a shot of Emerson's helmet from the front. His crash helmet, and it did look like that. It did look like Giancarlo Fisichella's helmet, which I very much tip my hat off to those two gentlemen there as well. Because I used to really, I think that Fisichella was a great driver. He didn't get his potential, didn't he? He didn't match up to his potential, which he possibly could have and should have achieved in his Formula One career. On board with Gamer then, I'm wondering how Gamer's feeling then, because at the beginning of the season then he was looking like the man to beat. Unfortunately, he has feathered off. But remember, his championship challenge really begun at the back end of last season of Silver, didn't it? Because this was the race there. It's really torpedo him, very much high up, didn't it? The order, and really that made for some brilliant, gave him momentum, didn't it, for next season there. So for Gaming, so I'm wondering how he's feeling then for Bradfield is off, and he's not going to be feeling very good, is he? On board there with Troy, who's also got a lovely... Oh, my gosh, Bradfield's in the middle of the circuit. He is out of qualifying. Oh, my goodness me. And that is not good at all for Bradfield, is it? He is going to be furious, is he? He is out of the qualifying session there. New Potato's gone fastest there in the Alfa Romeo then, so that is exactly what he needs to do tonight to keep himself in a whisker of getting that promotion spot in third or second position then, which is still on the cards then, but very difficult to very difficult then to make it through, or make promotion as well. Anyway, we're just watching Troy as well, who's coming out of Juncal up the hill. DRS right on the money, then car 17, the world champion, where he goes, and he goes first, fast there, but only by a whisker and less than half a tenth of a second there. Good 17 there for Troy. Here's Sirius Russian then, who's on the back straight as well. So while Sirius Russian's on it, let me count. We've done the drivers now. Let's go for the constructors, shall we? And this is the constructors, and Renault already confirmed the constructors world champions as well. Good 17. They won it in Mexico, just like the Haas team did last season. Second position is the Mercedes team. As we mentioned there, the Mercedes said basically almost there, don't they? So Ferrari, they're 46 points in front of Ferrari. They need to, in a nutshell, Ferrari need to get it down to at least under 44 by the end of tonight. Williams are in third position. They've gone up 2 positions then. Alfa Romeo and Racing Point have dropped down 2 positions. They haven't got their full-time drivers tonight. The Alfa Romeo team, the Racing Point team don't. So they're going to have to really get their skates on it. They Haas are in 7th position. Then Red Bull are 8th. McLaren in 9th. AlphaTauri in 10th position. There are your constructors. Right, quickly, let me go to the comments, shall we? Because I've neglected you, which is absolutely appalling stuff there, and that's why I never got a Tamagotchi after realising I'm not very good at looking after things. We got Sirius especially going fast at the moment now. I was appalled with a Tamagotchi, I must say. I think if anyone's a bit too young to know what a Tamagotchi is, I think it was a very early version of Is Animal Crossing something where you have to look after animals? I'm not sure, but whatever it was then, it was where you have to look after your Tamagotchi and really, you have to feed it and do all that kind of stuff with it. But unfortunately, mine died after a couple of days because I forgot about him. There you go. A responsibility and all that kind of jazz. Then here's Nigel. Of course, Nigel can solidify his push into his redemption kind of arc, isn't it? There, as he is gone, he dropped down to silver this season, and he has become very much the Nigel of old, hasn't he? He's won a Grand Prix this season as well, and he is going back up into gold, isn't he? Good some indeed then for Nigel as he comes across the line, and let's see where Nigel puts his car. He is fifth fast around it, a whisker behind Curly. I must say that silver is just ridiculous in terms of the It's just so competitive. Slayer's invalidated this time. He's got 6 minutes to kind of sort himself out then. Serious Mushroom is going for another bite of cherry, and he improves to 9th faster than Serious Mushroom does. I'm just going to say this. Look at this. FIFA Beefy at 075, Serious Mushroom at 075, Welshman on at 075. That is ridiculous times. Look up at the further up there. TK at 071, say Curly Red 071, Nigel 071. This is ridiculous times. They're so close, aren't they? I absolutely love it. It's magnificent stuff there indeed. It's a shame I don't pay attention now. Anyway, going back to Dylan there saying don't jinx it as well, as he was talking about. He was just talking about the weather, wasn't he, earlier on then. Dylan saying, it's Styles, I think that I'm a Goku, yet you can call me Kakarot. Indeed, I love the Dragon Ball Z references. Lovely stuff indeed there. I'm a massive fan and I love Dragon Ball Z. It's absolutely brilliant stuff. I've got to say, I'm more of a Vegeta fan now these days. Billet has left the session now, that's not good. I think that the older you get, I used to be a big Goku fan, but then I've turned into a Vegeta fan because I think the older you get, the more moody you get, really. And I think I really very much sympathise with Vegeta on every level indeed then. Yeah, Styles is Goku, I think. Good luck, Ayrton and Renault, not Beckett out. Oh, goodness me, then. As Serious Merchant has just put disgust there. That is absolutely a low blow there from Emerson, isn't it? As we got Wilson there, who's into 11th position as well, and just underlining the fact that I was talking about earlier on, and Wilson has joined the 075 party as well. My goodness me. Is that a private party? Well, we'll find out. Well, Welshman Olo has has elevated herself from that party and gone into her own clan now. She is in third fastest on a 070. Here comes Slayer. I said time just yet. Billet has dropped out of the session. He needs to get back in pronto. Bradfield out qualifying. Murphy out qualifying as well. He found the keys to his racing point. He got out of the garage. I think that's the first time he's been out in a qualifying session in ALR in almost a year, I would say. That goodness gracious me. I'm sure he qualified at the beginning of the season, though, didn't he? The Slayer coming out of Young Cow, the junction. Then, oh no! And he has spun it there. I think Setter spun it there in 94, didn't he? In the Williams when he was trying to get to grips with that Williams machine now. Unfortunately, Slayer has done a similar thing now, but luckily he's kept it going, but he does need to get a time with 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Gordon saying that lap was concerning, felt good, but 5/10 off. That is not looking promising either. Gurman there, a 619 now. I think that was in terms of, was it, I can't remember, was that, I think that was Gurman's time last night, wasn't it, or was that pole position? I don't think it was pole position's time, because pole position was in the 062s, wasn't it? It was only 24 hours ago, and I can't even remember. It's absolutely disgraceful, isn't it? Bradfield saying, I'm gone. Unfortunately, as Troy's is in the pits, they're just chilling at the moment. Lovely shot from Jake's rear then, as we come down into Lake Descent, which I don't think is called Lake Descent. Billet is back in the session with 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session now. Jake the Slayer is going for a third time lap on these soft tires, and Maldonado is happy with her tires. Well, both the Renault drivers that have called it a day in qualifying when they are very happy with their time indeed, aren't they? So is young Tommy out of the pine tree as well in for Slayer. Now coming up into the horseshoe, there's Gordo in front of us, and he's a bit concerned about his pace as it felt good, but he's 5/10 a second off the out and out pace at the moment, isn't he? Gordo is. So yes, Gordo is a bit concerned about that. Slayer 2/10 of a second down. Is this going to be enough to get himself out of qualifying? Gunnar is currently in the drop zone along with Slayer and Billet. Of course, we've lost Murphy and Bradfield already coming out of the final turn, then, which is not really a turn, is it? And Slayer goes 13th fast at the moment. Ayrton has now been pushed into that drop zone as well. Whitebeard's invalidated his time. Gunnar's invalidated his time as well. We're going to be keeping an eye on those drivers. And Farham is 600 of a second down the first split time. Then, oh goodness me, getting very wild over those curbs there. Farham is in 14th position in the racing point as well. Kieran Irvine saying, evening Sean, hoping for some side-by-side races tonight like Emerson and Total Peas last night. Thank you very much, Irvine. And of course, Irvine, a driver from COBALT. Great to have you in the action as well. Oh gosh, Sarah, yeah, great to have you in the action as well tonight, Irfan. Now, because it was great racing, wasn't it, between Emerson and Total Peace. We haven't even spoke about that yet, have we? Because there's been so much action in this qualifying session. Also, I've been speaking absolute nonsense there. Farham is a 6/10 of a second improvement there. This is a very short, sharp lap around Interlagos, isn't it? There? So if you make a mistake on your qualifying lap, you're going to be feeling it most of the way around there, at least 3/4 of the way around the lap. 2/3 of the way around the lap, what you say. Farham improves by just over 0.5%. second. Very nip and tuck there. Gunnar is a tenth of a second down the first split time. There's Bullet there, just starting lap as well. Then, so we're on board with Gunnar at the moment in the Red Bull. At the moment there, he has stepped in very late then for Steve. For Steve, unfortunately, had to back out late on then, and unfortunately for Steve, that potentially could end his career in silver, and he might be relegated to bronze next season. But having said that, Ayrton has still got to score at least 2 points, doesn't he, to get on par with Steve, at the very least then. But of course, then it would go on count back. But because Ayrton has won a Grand Prix, that means he will stay in silver, and Steve will go into bronze then. Gunnar is 2 tenths second up in the second split time. He's found a lot of time there, Gunnar. I said, Farham is out of qualifying. Goodness me, I've completely missed that. What's happened to Farham? And that is a major problem there. I think he's not retired in the pits. He is out. Oh, goodness me, Gunnar has slowed down here. What's happened to Gunnar? Has he run out of fuel? I think Gunnar's got a fuel pickup problem in that Red Bull, and he is out of qualifying as well, I think, because they can't fix it when it's on the track. That is a big blow indeed. Lovely shot here as we're coming out of the horseshoe as well. Now into Magulio, the dive then. And of course, that dive, this header cam shot doesn't do that corner justice. Here is what's good call him Lamar then. Oh, goodness me, YBR's off the circuit there, and unfortunately that's invalidated this time. He does have 10 seconds out to get across the line and sort this out then. And YBR's abandoned this time, and he's in the pits then, so YBR is out of qualifying, unfortunately. Gunnar out of qualifying as well. A technical gremlin then for the Red Bull team. What about Billet coming across the line? Billet improves to 17th fast. He's in front of Gunnar, and Gunnar dropping down to 18th then, and that is the driver set, and it is out of qualifying then. We've lost our 5 drivers, unfortunately, in this first qualifying session then, as we have just saying that now. We got Kakarot Goku saying Gunnar driving in silver. Yeah, he is indeed. And of course, he was a late sub then for Steve, who's not to race. It's not unfortunate because Gunnar is a part of the Red Bull driver, team, isn't he? So he very graciously offered to step in for Steve, but I don't think he's going to be too happy about that now. So he's going to be very much having a word with the Red Bull team for that fuel pickup issue. Then is it look like he's out of fuel there? According to the graphic, his fuel light is solid red, which means that he's got no fuel left in the car. So that is a major blow indeed. I think Ferrari had the same issue back in the Hungarian Grand Prix 2007, I believe, didn't they? When Felipe Massa wasn't fueled, car wasn't fueled then, was they? And of course, that almost cost Massa from getting into qualifying free, but they was quite lucky on that day. However, McLaren took all the headline in that qualifying session when Fernando Alonso decided to park his car and not let Lewis park his car in the pit lane and not go when the McLaren released him then. So we've lost 6 drivers in that qualifying session, not 5. And Farham is found the wall quite expensively there for the Racing Point team, and that is 2 racing points out. Oh, yeah, it is 2 racing points out then in qualifying 1 then. And they are Dan Murphy out of qualifying, Bradford out of qualifying as well. Then Gunnar having issues and technical gremlins on that Red Bull. Billet out of qualifying, only did 1 run, Billet did, but it's very unlucky not to go through. And YBR then, of course, this is his first race in a very long time. His first race of silver, season 3. He is in 16th position. Doing a good job there, YBR, to get into. Within a second there is actually quite, well, just within 2 seconds there is quite impressive time indeed. Remember, the rest there, I don't think got within, I think he was 2.3 seconds away, wasn't he, when he jumped into that Williams there in the 2017 Hungarian Grand Prix. I think he was in place for Felipe Massa, wasn't he, last season? Anyway, carrying on with the comments, shall we? Brooke Grilla saying, go, Terrace Mushroom. Then we've also got young Tommy. Go on, Mushroom, lad, then. We've got Bradfield saying, thumbs up, lads. Yes, indeed. Give it the old thumbs up, then. Liam saying, I was standing in the bathroom with my Tamagotchi when I was younger, and I dropped it in the bath. Well, I suppose it was quick and sharp there, Liam, but unfortunately, I put my Tamagotchi through a lot of pain there, unfortunately. Gurman saying, no, Rey Mysterio. Haha, yes, I do love Rey Mysterio. Fantastic. I think he's a tag team champion at the moment, isn't he? But I don't watch wrestling, of course. Anyway, as coming out of the pits now is Nude Potato. Of course, that's a great wrestler name, is there? But Nude Potato then is out on circuit then. He has got a lot to do today, hasn't he? He has only won 1 Grand Prix this season, hasn't he? Nude Potato. I say only because he's He's a talented individual, isn't he? Sorry, he's only won one Grand Prix in his career. He's a talented individual, New Potato, isn't he? The first ever bronze world champion. In the silver, though, I was expecting New Potato to be elevated straight into gold then last season, but it just hasn't. He's had a lot of up and downs, hasn't he, in the silver? But I hope he's enjoyed it still, because that's kind of the aim of the game, really, isn't it? To enjoy it and just make sure you're having fun. But well, I think the New Potato then would love to drive in the pinnacle of ALR, wouldn't he? But unfortunately, he's not able to do that at the moment because he's not in the promotion spot. But this would be, if he finishes fourth, this would be a special result of his career in Silver World Championship. I'm sure he finished fifth last season. New Potato then has invalidated some, but it's not worrying about this one so far. Serious Russian was saying he is struggling, and Farham crashed said from young Tommy. I think he did. I apologise, Farham fans. I missed that then, but hopefully we'll hear from Farham and see what happened to him. Serious was saying, "Go on, Gunnar, lad." Then Slayer saying, "Oh my God, couldn't get a lap together from the Slayer," but he has got through anyway, nonetheless, and which is the most important thing, isn't it? To get through qualifying one, clearing that bar. Bradfield didn't even start lap, so unfortunately had some issues out on the outlap. With Slayer struggling so much at the moment. I'm wondering if that might be the sandbags there. I was behind Bradfield. I was behind Bradfield. I gave you a wave, then a bang. Then Gordo saying, "Anyone know a strategy?" Then Liam was saying then that he is a medium to soft then, or soft to medium then, for tyres and for tonight's race. Gunnar saying that that's not what happens when that's what happens when you're not in Max's car. And oh goodness me, then Gunnar starting up there, the old, very much the old rumour mill, is they there? Of course, that is that second Red Bull seat. It's been a bit of a poison chalice, hasn't it, for the drivers? And we've got Ferrari out there at the moment. Then I think it is. I think that it's Beefy who's out on a quick lap at the moment. So we're going to stick with young Tommy at the moment now. Young Tommy, who's always invalidated lap, but I don't think he was on a quick one anyway. Ayrton's on a out lap, so I'm trying to look see who is on a quick lap. I think Gamer's on a quick lap. He's on the soft tire, so I'm wondering if this is just trying to see what he can do. The New Potato has set a time then, but it's not a very competitive time. No offense to New Potato, but I do expect him to go a bit quicker than that. Probably about 8 seconds quicker there or thereabouts then, before he accelerate up there as well. FIFA Beefy 1620. I think that might be the strategy that FIFA Beefy is just sharing with Gordo then, which is very nice indeed, isn't it, there to share your strategy options. As we got Gamer then, who's just cruising up to the line as well, and he's done an 11 so far. These times would be quite good on I think it was the 2007 season, these times would be quite good, but not in 2020. But I wonder if anyone's going to do a proper lap now as well. FIFA Beefy is the first one to give it a go. YBR's left the session now. That's not good at all for YBR's point of view. Is a New Potato doing another lap then? He is indeed. I think he's going for broke this time around. He's almost 7 seconds up in the second sector. Now accelerating. Accelerated away then. Bradfield is saying he's going hard soft bet. He's got nothing to lose then, as well as saying, apart from your dignity, or just your dignity now. New Potato going fast then on the 7-4 there for the Alfa Romeo driver. Good stuff indeed there for New Potato. What about the Ferrari? I'm just looking to see what FIFA Beefy is doing now as he comes over the line then, and he sets a time of a 7-8 there, 4/10 of a second away from his teammate at the moment. So good hustle so far. We got Curly finished starting this up, which say then we're going to see him. There he is then. Ayrton has done an 8-1 then on the medium tires. Young Tommy is going across the line. He has done a 9-6. We've got yellow flags fluttering away at the moment, and Curly is on a quick lap, so we're on board then with Curly with his lovely pink helmet, and I love Curly's pink helmet then. But as Bradfield said, I'm confident I can score points. So we got Gordo saying, who's a Farham fan? Oh, brutal. I love it. Confident Scotland will win the Euros as well there from Will saying, goodness me, that is absolutely brutal, isn't it? Oh, good gosh, there. I got to say, it's good to see Scotland and Wales in the old Euros this season, in the old Euros, along with England as well, of course. The Euros are starting in a couple of weeks that day, so I got to say, you may not see me a lot too much. I get very into the old international football tournaments there. I must say then. So yes, it's very much a party hard then, isn't it? But as I currently then accelerating up the hill as well, and as we come over the grid hatch as well. And where is Curly going to put his McLaren then? And he puts it second fastest at the moment now. A good time now from Curly right off the bat. Good stuff indeed. That Serious Mushroom who's confirmed to us that he has struggled so far in this qualifying session. Serious Mushroom has. Serious Mushroom, I don't think well, he has got an outside chance of getting into the top three, but it's a very slim pickings now for Sirius Merchant to get through. But of course, he's not going to give it to. He's mathematically not going to be able to. Gordo accelerating out of Young Cow and now building up the revs as well. DRS and right on the money. The driver gets a beep in their ear, don't they, when they hit the DRS line? The drivers probably don't need that beep. Gordo goes 6 fastest then, who's he's 6 fastest, and he is the I would say the slowest of the medium runners so far, apart from Gamer. I don't think Gamer's shown his true metal yet, has he? Because we got Welsh Maldonado. I think she has skipped at least center S somewhere, hasn't she? So that is why she is cruising down the back straight at the moment. Excuse me, I'm just positioning myself a bit better. I've got to say, it's cooking in here again, isn't it? I've got to say, I'm quite looking forward to the couple of weeks that ALR is having off, of course, because it's so hot at the moment. Now, commentary is going to be quite appalling later on. Then, well, I'm commentating now. Well, I'm trying to anyway. But for the race itself, when it gets very heated, it's going to be really good to watch. Then, so keep an eye on that, folks. It's going to be absolutely cracking, to say the least, as well. But if it's anything like the start of last night's race, I'm really looking forward to that. That was a great battle, wasn't it? As we've just alluded to in the comments then, between Total Peas and Emerson going head to head, wheel to wheel, and helmet to helmet, nose to nose. There is absolutely a fantastic start to the Brazilian Grand Prix last night. And Gurman there, who got the victory in the end, did he? Where he was sub behind Emerson. He said in the interviews afterwards he was sub behind Emerson, and he just waited and waited there, and he took the Grand Prix, his 4th Grand Prix win of his career. And Maldonado, my word, there she was almost into the barrier there in the pit lane there. Oh my word, there, that pit lane, that pit exit was new back in 1999, wasn't it? Of course, the pit entry there used to be in the middle of the center S, didn't it? Around 95 and onwards for Brazil. And then they extended, didn't they, down into the late descent now, of course. Unfortunately, the first memory I have of that pit lane exit there was David Coulthard, who had an appalling 99 Brazilian Grand Prix, as unfortunately, he didn't get off the line, I don't think. He got off the line and he had some major mechanical gremlins there. That 99 McLaren was quick, but my goodness me, it was quite unreliable. It was a great end to the championship, though, wasn't it? Because we had a 3-4-way battle, didn't we, in the round, up to round 14. And we had Frentzen, we had Coulthard, we had Irvine, and we had Mick Hackney as well. Unfortunately, we didn't have Michael Schumacher, as he broke his leg, didn't he? I think he still finished 5th in the World Championship that season, didn't he? Schumacher did. Of course, that was then when the points was not handed out like prizes or sweets, were they? As it was points from 10th, from 1st down to 6th. Then Nigel goes fast as there. Whisker behind then, less than 100 a second then. Good 17th there for Nigel. That should see him safely through then, but 6 minutes to go. He might have to still be very twitchy on that old accelerator pedal. Slayer then, who's coming up to finish his lap as well. We've also got young Tommy and Gamer out there as well. Troy, who is also emerged out of the pit lane in the Renault car. Slayer comes across line. He's about to do another time lap as well in the Mercedes. What about young Tommy flying past us? My goodness me, young Tommy there is not fooling about, is he? He comes out to the line, Tommy does there, and he's about to start up now. So he's definitely fooling me, isn't he? Because I thought he was on a quick lap, but not that occasion. Gamer 3/10 second up on his current previous best that he did slow right down coming up to the line, didn't he? Gamer did, as I think that he was just trying out the medium tires. These are fresh medium tires that Gamer's got on his car now. If you get into qualifying 3, which I expect Gamer will do. According to championship form this season, albeit he has had a struggle, he has had a difficult second half of the season, Game round said, but he is through at the moment there. He's a whisker behind the pace setting Ferrari of Nigel at the moment, just over a 10th of a second then for Gamer then. So yes, Gamer would like to start on the medium tires. Ayrton then also on the medium tires as well, with the Ayrton Senna slash Giancarlo Fisichella combination helmet. As he comes up to the line, then what can Ayrton do? And he comes across the line. He improves by 0.2 of a second. Good time indeed there. We've also got one of the Mercedes of Slayer coming through. I've missed Slayer. He goes 8th fastest. Whisker behind Ayrton. Goodness me, they've been very close together. Ayrton and Slayer have on terms of track and championship position this season. At the moment, Slayer has the high ground. Young Tommy goes 6th fastest there, a 10th for a second behind his teammate, Serious Mushroom. Young Tommy, since going into that Williams, they have had a very strong partnership. The Williams team has been good to watch. It really has indeed. Come on, Tommy lad, don't let the don't let us down then. We've also got Gordo. We've also got Gordo really doing great at the moment. Gordo is that he is on the outskirts of the top 10. Well, he is in the top 10 just. We still got TK, Wilson, and Welsh Maldonado to still come out as well. Troy is out on circuit as well, and he is coming out of Young Cowden using all the track and then some. How much of the outside curb did he use? That's unbelievable to say the very least, isn't it? Now Troy coming over the line. Where's that going to pull him? Fastest so far as Gamer comes back into pits. And so Troy on the medium tires there is the benchmark at the moment then. Good stuff indeed. Oh, oh gosh, there, I'm already sweaty. That's a very nice image, isn't it? So just watching Gamer being wheeled back in the pits there. So 3.5 minutes ago in this qualifying session there. So Troy leads the pack at the moment, and he is fast. So 2/10 second in front of Nigel and New Potato, who is second and third. Whisker behind those two is Gamer in fourth, and Curly looking very strong in fifth. Serious Mushroom in sixth, and with Young Tommy 7th, FIFA 8th, and Ayrton in 9th, Slayer in 10th. Gordo is struggling, and he is really struggling out there, isn't he? Unfortunately, Gordo is. I think Serious Russians also said that as well, but he's in a strong 6th at the moment. TK Wilson and Maldonado hasn't set times just yet. And Troy now coming in to the horseshoe then as he is just cruising back into the pits while then. So no action out on track at the moment. And apart from TK, who's come out, he's thrown on the soft tyres. And I think that the likes of Slayer, Ayrton and Gordon might have to do the same then if they want to progress into qualifying 3. And the question I've got then is... And the question I've got, though, is in terms of what is a better strategy? Is it the medium to the soft tyres out for the race? And remember, that was the race, that was one of the strategies last night, wasn't it? Or is it the soft to the medium tyres then? Well, whatever the case may be then, is I think that maybe the medium tyres might be preferred to start on, or definitely the first stint, but I'm not sure if it would be the preferred race tyre to start the Grand Prix on, because, of course, the softer the tyre, you get instant grip, which means you'll get a better launch off the grid then. It's not a long run down in certain one, is it? But as we seen last night, that one is absolutely mega stuff, isn't it? It was side by side throughout the whole of the first 2 laps, and really good stuff indeed there. And we're coming down into the centre S as well, and look at the cars and streaming out the pits. And we have a Mercedes, and I think that's a Red Bull of Wilson coming out of the pits as well. Lovely shot there from TK. Gamer's retired from the session. He is happy with his performance. So is Nigel as well. TK coming down, and he has done a 16.5 in the first set. That's a very strong start to the strong start to the start. Troy also has is also then started his lap. He's also finished off the qualifying 2 then, so he is the fastest motor. We've got yellow flags all floating all around the session at the moment. And that's a Ferrari just getting on the way down. I think that was a FIFA Beefy, the only Ferrari left in the qualifying session. Lovely shot from car 2 here, which is TK out of the pine tree as well. And now coming up in to the horseshoe, accelerating away. I love that corner now. I don't think Albon and Hamilton do those. Unfortunately, they came to blows our last time race here in Formula 1 in 2019 then, and it was an emotional scene, wasn't it, where Gasly got second position in his Toro Rosso then in 2019. Anyway, TK's not going to be concerned about that then, because the Toro Rosso became the AlphaTauri, and this one is the Alfa Romeo for TK coming up to the line. TK is there, and he goes fastest on the soft tyre. That should see him safely through. Maldonado then at the bottom of the hill. Now she is put her toe on the loud pedals while now climbing up the hill then, and here she comes, and there's the DRS line. My goodness me, blink and you'll miss it. And on the final turn then is Maldonado. She goes fastest there, and that is very much rubber stamped her mark onto qualifying 3. Wilson is just starting us up on the medium tire. Slayer's on the lap. Gordon's on the lap as well. Ayrton is 6/10 of a second up. He's half a second up there. There's going to be some tears, I think, then in this qualifying session. Curly is out as well. I'm wondering if Gamer New Potato might be ruining their fact of not going out again. And Ayrton is third fast at the moment. Where is Curly? Curly, there he is. My word then. 13, 12, 11, 10. The time is against these drivers. Curly goes across on his second fast. That's a Williams in the background of young Tommy just started his lap as well. Oh, goodness gracious me then. Slayer Flair's on a lot, then coming down to Magulio, the dive in. Here is Flair as well. He's half a second up as well. Gamer and Co are going to be sweating galore. And Flair out of the final turn, out of Young Calm now, and accelerating up. Then there is going to be there's going to be some major fireworks in qualifying too here. Flair across the line. He is 8 fast, and that may not be enough. Wilson is on the medium tires. Wilson is only 13 fastest. Gordo is coming across the line as well. Then we got FIFA Beefy out of the final turn, and FIFA Beefy in cruise. Gamers on the cusp, and Serious Mushroom is bailed out. What about Gordo? Gordo is through. Gamers out of qualified. My goodness me, then scenes here. And what about Young Tommy? Is he about to knock out the second Mercedes as well? Monardo is off the circuit and down the way. Young Tommy is coming up the hill as well now. It's between, is it going to be Mercedes in or Williams in? Then we're going to find out now. Here is Young Tommy then coming up to the line, and let's see what he can do. He crosses the line. He's through into qualifying 3. Magnificent stuff indeed. However, unfortunately, we have lost Jake the Slayer out of qualifying by less than 100th of a second, and between himself and Nude Potato. Then, when we seen Slayer's time, then we didn't think it would have been enough. It wasn't enough, and unfortunately, all the medium runners said who at the beginning of the session there almost lost their position in qualifying 3. Unfortunately, Gamer did lose his position in qualifying 3. Wilson there tried to go for on the medium tires. Unfortunately, that didn't work there. He's going to be 14th from the grid, but remember, Wilson is a very fine racing driver, isn't he? I think that's his strength is racing, isn't it, rather than qualifying, if he doesn't mind me saying so. So Wilson now out of qualifying 2, but don't worry, Wilson fans, you'll see him in action in the race itself, and here is going to be a lot of action from Wilson, I have no doubt about that. But unfortunately, he's going to be exiting the qualifying 2 session in 14th position there in the Red Bull. Serious was saying all the tryhards going soft, laugh out loud there. We've also got not fuss fresh tires, not fuss fresh tires, not a fan of the soft tires. Gamer there is not too happy that he was on pole position this time last season, wasn't he? Hashtag Tommy for president there from Dylan as well. Young Tommy needs points, gotta risk it. Wilson there is not happy, it doesn't want to start on the soft tires. He is very much a medium runner in this qualifying session here tonight. Sarah saying he'll take P11. Not good here. Mediums are excellent to start on there from Liam, and Nigel's gone at dawn, and we've also got Troy saying unlucky gamer as well. Let's just take a look then. So 3 medium runners, and Troy A, Nigel and Nude Potato that out of qualifying. Now we have lost Wilson, Serious Mushroom, Gamer and Slayer out of qualifying too, unfortunately. So 7 drivers are going to be starting on the soft tires and for the Grand Prix itself, and Maldonado fastest in qualifying too. Good stuff. Liam was just mentioning that last season itself was weird, as it was an 18-minute qualifying session. Now, I think it was the first time ever that ALR did a short qualifier. I completely forgot about that. Thank you very much for that for Liam. A lovely little fact there. Yes, indeed. Then, and it was a very odd qualifying session as well. Then, because I think we only had 16 drivers, didn't we? I think Farf made his debut in Brazil last season for silver as well, didn't he? He didn't last too long, though. Farf didn't, did he? As FIFA Beef is a driving session now for having a qualifying ban there, or qualifying free, I should say. Yeah, Farf didn't last too long in this race. I think he had a connection issue, didn't he? Farf did, unfortunately, and I think that which really caused some issues. But I think it's a very good race, actually. I really loved last season's race. I don't think Gurman liked last season's race, so I hate to bring it up there. It's unfortunately had a puncture with just a lap or 2 to go, didn't he? And Gamer there, who is very much on his tail right from the get-go. Gamer, I would say that Gamer was very much one of the major reasons, major factors that Gurman had that puncture there, because I think that Gurman was having to push a little harder than what he wanted to, and he just stretched the tyres too far, perhaps, then for the Silver World Champion. TK, unfortunately this season we haven't got a championship on the line anymore, but we do have a lot of battles, don't we, for potentially to see who's going to be in gold and whatnot for next season. Young Tommy, depends if you can take care of your soft tyres. Welsh 1 and 2 from qualifying 2 there from Dylan there, with the eyes there pointing to the left there, to his amazement there. YBR having a couple of issues with his technical gremlins as well there for YBR. Hopefully he can get them sorted before the race starts. Liam says you remember that because he bottled it. Okay. I got to say yeah. I'm not sure why. I don't think there's anything positive to say about that, really. Is that I must admit, I can't remember your race the last season, Liam. There, which I think that I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Usually, it's I would say it's a good sign, really, because if a driver has quite a bad race, I usually remember things like that, and so I'd say that's a good thing there, Liam. So good stuff. We have also got Gordon saying, I can confirm I just found out I am using a Mexico setup. As Dylan has just said, yikes, Gordo, I'm going hard to annoy Bradfield. Oh, goodness gracious me there, Serge Measurement. But, oh dear, that's why Gordo's struggling then, because, of course, Mexico is it's a completely different circuit, really, isn't it? Of course, we've got it is very fast there, isn't it? The opening sector, just like Mexico is there. But, however, this very technical, twisty part of the middle sector, I'm not sure if Gordo's going to be liking that rear end too much, is he? So that is such a shame now for Gordo. He has made it into qualifying 3 with that Mexico setup, so I ain't too bad, I suppose. I got to say, if I had a Mexico setup on here, I don't think I would even be allowed to even participate in qualifying. When the 107% rule would probably get me banned. I don't think I'd be even allowed to pre-qualify. Luckily, I got rid of that back in 1994. Otherwise, yes, I probably wouldn't even be allowed in the ALR race. TK coming across the line. He has gone faster so far to rubber stamp his potential around here. He has had pole position before, TK has, hasn't he? He has had that one pole position, that magical pole position in Monaco. Now we got coming across the line in New Potatoes in Valley. Thomas has got to go for another bite of cherry. We got Troy going fastest by a 3/10 of a second. Good stuff indeed there from Troy. What about Maldonado coming up to the line there? Maldonado goes third fastest on a 7-7 so far. Ayrton has abandoned his time and come back into the pits there. Ayrton has there. So Ayrton there with the Ayrton Senna inspired helmet then, having a difficult first qualifying session. He'd be up before an Ayrton Senna inspired qualifying lap there, which Ayrton Senna is a synonymous to, isn't he? Young Tommy third fast at the moment there in the Williams car. Lovely stuff there from young Tommy. Absolutely major stuff indeed. Is it currently there just coming down to Magulio? I've just, oh gosh, I've really hurt myself. Oh my word there. That's what I get for, oh gosh there. Anyway, we're just watching Curly then as he comes up the hill. And now he's he's now got no more corners to go until he's at home then. Where is Curly going to put himself in? I got to say, Curly, when he's on it there, he's one of the fastest driver in silver. And that underlines my statement there. Goodness me. Game, set, and match there from Curly. Wrong sport, but he's second at the moment. Good stuff. Yeah, so Curly, I do like it when Curly makes you look good, which I've got to say, you've got to do a lot to make me look good there, but yeah, Curly underlined that statement, nicely done indeed. New Potato is third fast, this is a very good grid so far, I'm loving this. Troy is fast at the moment, 3/10 second in front of Curly in second there. Curly is not shy, is he, about having a lunge into turn 1, is he? So that is exactly what he's going to be doing, going down to turn 1, and I have been down to turn 4 as well. Gordo goes at 6 fastest there. He's in front of Maldonado, who didn't have a very impressive start to a qualifying 3 session there from Maldonado, and I think there's some more time in that Renault car. Nigel then is just on out of the moment then. So Curly second, New Potato third, and out there's an all Alfa Romeo second row of the grid at the moment there with TK and New Potato third and fourth. Young Tommy in 5th position, Gordo in 6th, Maldonado 7th, Ayrton is in 8th position, 9th is FIFA, 10th is Nigel. Let's get going. The serviceman saying 2 races left, I'm just going to enjoy myself. That is exactly what we should be doing tonight. And of course, as the gloves are off, we've seen last night the championships have been won in gold, but Total Peas was not having any of that, nor was German either there. I think that Total Peas got a bit too excited on the loud pedal, didn't he, coming out of Young Cow, unfortunately, and spun out the rear tyres, unfortunately. And I think it was robbed of a freeway battle, I would say, between German, Peas and Emerson last night then. But it was magical, wasn't it? Bring more of that on for Season 6, I say. I am looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the 3 races we got here at Sao Paulo as well. Seriously, saying that Ayrton Senna helmet is nice. It is, isn't it? It's a very nice helmet there, as Emerson and Ayrton. I think they were both designing, both doing those helmets together. And some very good stuff indeed there. Really good stuff. And I've got to say, I quite like it when the brothers have a similar helmet design there. Very similar to the Schumachers, aren't they? Well, all the Schumachers really, is it? They all have a very similar style helmets, don't they? Just slightly different colour designs. Ralph was yellow. Schumacher was, he was kind of blue, yellow, and red. That he decided to go all red from 2000 onwards, and I think that Mick Schumacher there having a more of a luminous greeny kind of helmet. And Nigel goes second fastest out. I'm talking about a green helmet. Nigel is synonymous with the green helmet. He is second fastest there, 2/10 of a second away there from pole position or whatever. But Nigel once again underlined, he is getting better and better in this car. Magnificent stuff indeed, magical stuff. Ayrton's invalidated his time with 5.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session there. Let's see what we can do. as I have made a setup, Gordo. It's not that bad. It's my setup then. Unfortunately for Gordo, then having a couple of issues there. Troy is going up very early in the second sector, and Troy with another yellow, green in a yellow, blue, and green design helmet as well. Very much another reminiscent of an Ayrton Senna helmet there. Of course, Ayrton Senna very synonymous around here. He's a local hero, isn't he? Senna was then not just in the car, but out of the car as well. If anyone wants the Ayrton Senna documentary, which I'm sure everyone has, it just shows of how much of a hero he was outside the car as well. Really, he was a very special man indeed, wasn't he? Ayrton Senna was there, which is so it's such a it was so unfortunate in the Imola Grand Prix. Same with Roland Ratzenberger as well, wasn't it? Horrific weekend in Imola. But of course, 1990 as well. We had a very lucky escape there with Martin Donnelly in Jerez as well. Goodness gracious me, absolutely. It was on the 1990 season review I watched a couple yesterday or the day before. That was quite shocking scenes, really. Goodness me. Troy out of Young Cal then as he comes up the hill as well. And now then he is coming up to the line then. And here he goes. And what is he going to do then? All he's got to do is go full beans and he's almost inside the pit entry there. Troy improves, lowers the benchmark one more time. And he's a 6.5 there. Oh, magnificent time indeed. Wow, impressive stuff. Noob Potato is 6,200 up in the first split time then as he is car 9 then. And now as he's into the technical twisty part of the lap, man. This is where you can gain a lot of time, can't you then? So this is where about how far you're going to break, then how much speed you're going to carry, then coming into the pine tree. Look at this, it's off camera, it's a beauty. You get a sweet spot though halfway through where you got pig on the floor very early there into the pine tree, very early indeed, then earlier than you expect, then out of the horseshoe, now into Magulio the dive then. It is downhill then, and if you have a snap of oversteer down there, you're off. Grosjean had a horrific smash there in 2012, and look at New Potato and getting very shaky on the old rear there. Oh goodness me, Scooter would have loved that as they fly past me as well. Potato does that, and up to the line then. What is Potato split time going to do? Is it enough for Paul? It's not in the moment, but he's so close there. Less than 100th of a second there. Oh, goodness me. That is absolutely sensational laps there from Noob Patel and Troy. Noob Patel is very much a qualifying specialist, isn't he? He's had he's had 2 pole positions this season now. I think he has, but in his career of Noob Patel, he's had 7 pole positions there, which is the most on the current grid at the moment. On board then with young Tommy at the moment. If Troy gets pole positions, he'll equal that 7 pole positions there. As 7 pole positions. I think the all-time record is actually by Glock, if I'm not very much mistaken, in terms of pole positions. So have a look down. We've also got 7 pole positions there for Gurman as well on his championship winning year. Good stuff indeed there for Gurman. Yes, it is Glock then, who had 15 pole positions to his name in ALR Silver then. So yes, they've got a fair way to go then, Glock has. But remember, Glock was absolutely sensational. He was very much worldy in Silver, wasn't he? His second sector as well. Young Tommy is gone purple in the second sector, but he is down on his personal best there. So he's done the quickest second sector of everyone, but he hasn't done the quickest of himself. And if you get the cut of my jib, then up into the line as well, then, and coming over now. And young Tommy doesn't improve there. He is slower than his previous best time now. Maldonado's invalidated. Tynage is going to go for another bite of cherry. Let's see. Let's see what she can do then. She's going to have to build up and go once again. And Ayrton also on an outlap as well. Young Tommy is just cruising at the moment. He's got 1 minute to get around this outlet. On board now with Maldonado. She is all or nothing now as her first time. That wasn't too good, was it? She's languishing in 8th position at the moment, going almost in the pit lane as well. I remember in the real world of Formula 1, that would not be allowed then, because that would be actually cutting the track, wouldn't it, really? Because I think Felipe Massa had that got the rule book thrown at him there in the 2017 Grand Prix here. And we've got Maldonado then getting on the curbside then, and that unsettled the car. That she had the same issue now, I'm sure, in qualifying too. Her teammate has come out of the pits. Well, there's Troy in the background there, but we're looking at the other yellow car. It is Maldonado then, as Renault then in their second to last Grand Prix in silver then, before they become the Alpine next season. We have got a Haas car of Gordo. Just get out of the way. Gordo in a very fine position. We're handling troubles with that Haas car. So Gordo doing a very good fist of things at the moment. Nigel is on an outlap again. Then it is very close then between the top two. Nigel has he got 3/10 of a second in the piggy bank then. And Curly has started us up as well. Has he got a 4/10 of a second in his piggy bank as well? Maldonado might get a cheeky little slipstream here off of Gordo. As yes, that's the perfect distance between herself and the car in front. Maldonado does have enough fuel for one more lap. I don't think she does, and so it's all or nothing for Maldonado over the line then. And what's she going to do? And she goes fifth fastest, and she's on the third row of the grid, and I think she might be happy with that in the end. Good stuff indeed. TK is just starting his lap then, but Curly is about to finish this up. He's just under a 10th of a second up. Oh, goodness me, I've lost Curly. There he is, as he comes up to the line. He hasn't hugged the inside there. I think that might have cost him a bit of time in the end. Unfortunately, Ayrton, and this is his first time running. Ayrton goes so fast as the Alpha Tauri, I think it is there. And we got a new potato. Is not quick enough, is he? As goodness me there. It looked like he was 3/10 of a second up then, but that can't be the case. A new potato is going to be second today. Young Tommy there is going across the line. He finishes. He's 8th fastest here today, and he's on the 4th row of the grid alongside Ayrton. We've got a Ferrari and Nigel in the final section as well. He's 100 of a second up, then coming out of Young Cow as well, and he's building up. Then he's powering up the hill then, and he's coming over the grid hatches as well. Then Nigel, then what is he going to do? Then Nigel coming to the line. It is third fast in the end, and just not enough MPs on the 2nd row of the grid. Gordo goes 7th fast, and he just about gets in front of Ayrton by 300 of a second. Very much nip and tuck then. Troy in is already on pole position, but he's going faster than the world champion is, and he's again. Oh my goodness me! He extends his advantage there by just a bit further. Then TK stays 5th fast in the end. Then Ayrton, is he going for another body cherry? No, he isn't. Then as Ayrton's finished as well. Then so that is qualifying done and dusted for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I am absolutely saturated in sweat. Troy on pole position then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. That is his 7th pole position, which he equals with New Patel then with 7 pole positions in their career so far, and that is also with Gurman as well. And so that is second in the all-time list of silver then for Troy. He is the second of the most all-time pole sitters, along with New Potato and with Gurman as well. Got to say, he's in pristine company, isn't he? Troy is that. Those are 3 world champions of ALR. New Potato for bronze. New Potato for bronze, and Troy for the silver, and of course Gurman for silver as well then. So esteemed company there, isn't it? Good stuff indeed. Absolutely great stuff. Very good stuff, everyone. And good luck then, all in the comments as well. Very nice indeed there from the comment section as well. And yes, I echo that sentiment as well. 9200 a second separates Troy and New Potato. You can't get closer than that, can you? Very much a whisker, isn't it? That's how competitive silver is this season. Is ridiculous, isn't it? Nigel 3/10 second adrift, then Curly in 4th position, Maldonado in 5th, and looking very strong from those 2 drivers. Let's hope they don't come together. And they seem to have come to blows more often than not this season. TK in 6th position, Gordo 7th, Ayrton 8th, and that's what he needs. 9th is Young Tommy, 10th is FIFA Beefy. The race is coming up. Critical by is good luck silver. Is it a dry race? Yes, indeed it is. Young Tommy got in there first. Damn you, Young Tommy. But yes, indeed it is. It is a dry race indeed. Because I think that it's going to be a wet race for COBALT probably, because it normally is, isn't it? Right then, and that is qualifying done. That's the 7th pole position of his career there for Troy. Fantastic stuff indeed. Really good stuff. I don't think he's going to equal. And there's something that I can be certain that Troy is not going to equal Glock's pole positions of 15. And Troy is currently he's won a hat-trick of Grand Prix, hasn't he? He's won the Japanese Grand Prix, the United States, and the Mexican Grand Prix. Can Troy win 4 in a row tonight? As he is just having fun now, isn't he? Troy is in terms of his World Championship campaign, and Critical By is hoping for a wet bronze race. I am not. I'm hoping that it's as dry as a bone then, which I'm not dry at the moment. And I wish I was as dry as a chip. Oh my word there. Ooh, oh gosh, there. It looks like I'm going to have another shower. That's absolutely abysmal, isn't it? Ooh. 2 showers in 2 days. That's horrific, isn't it? There. Of course, I do like to save the old pennies there. I'm very much a cheapskate. So usually when I have a shower, I put a bucket underneath then, so I can reuse that. Of course, that's a joke. Right then. Anyway, let's get on with the race, shall we? You don't want to hear about my shower habits, do you? You don't want to hear about my sweaty habits here. You want to hear about the Brazilian Grand Prix here in ALR. This is the 21st Grand Prix of the season for silver. far. And it's been a great season, hasn't it? It really has indeed. And I've really enjoyed the battle between Gamer and Troy. It did fizz out in the second half of the season, unfortunately, but still, I really enjoyed the battle between them two in the first half of the season. The second half of the season, I've also liked this season in Silver. This is why Silver has been it's so close then, because we've had new Grand Prix winners. We've had Welshman Another win the first Grand Prix. We had Ayrton win his first Grand Prix as well. Very much fantastic. The fourth win his first Grand Prix in Silver. That's his first Grand Prix win in well over a year. Magical stuff indeed then. And of course, Nude, and also same with Nigel as well. That was his first Grand Prix win since season 3 of the Belgian Grand Prix. So very emotional times indeed. We also have Banana Man with his one Grand Prix win, and Diashi as well, who sorry, it was Payne. Sorry, I was reading the wrong column there. Also win a Grand Prix. So yeah, we've had a lot of Grand Prix winners in Silver this season. But of course, Troy, who's won 10 of those Grand Prix, and Gamer has won 4. So Troy has really took off in the second half of the season, hasn't he? Very impressive stuff indeed. And let's go for the grid, shall we? 'Cause I've made the same mistake as last night. Here we go then. William saying Guna for podium then. Dylan said you heard it first. And Slayer on the hard tyres. Yes, indeed he is. And so is Bradfield as well. 2 drivers have gone to the hard tyres. Everyone else on the medium and soft. Top 3 is on the medium. Troy is on pole position now. Alongside him is New Patel. 3rd position is Nigel. Then we've got Curly in 4th. 5th is Maldonado. 6th is TK. Gordo is 7th. Ayrton is 8th. Young Tommy is 9th. FIFA Beefy in 10th position now. All on used medium soft tyres then. Outside the top 10 is Slayer, who's in 11th position on the hard tyres. He's going to go very deep into the race then. Gamer in 12th position there. He's very disappointed to be out of the top 10, but he's on fresh boots. Same with Serious Mushroom in 13th and Wilson in 14th position there. Watch those two on row number 7, and they are very good racers. Farham is on soft. Watch him go for the aggressive first stride in there. YBR has had some technical gremlins there, but he's in 16th at the moment. Hopefully he can get away. Billy in 17th position there. He needs to be on the podium at the very least tonight then to keep his silver status alive. 18th position there is Guna. 19th is Bradfield. Murphy in 20th position there. Murphy, believe it or not, was out in qualifying, wasn't he? But he went out and then came back in. Excuse me, my ears really hurt me. Right then, as here we go. As there's the calm before the storm then. I know, just waiting for those lights to come on. Then the lights are on then. And when are the revs going to build? The revs are building then. And here we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It is lights out. And let's go then. Here in Interlagos. And it's a good start there from Troy. And going down to turn 1. And he's got the advance as well. Look at Nigel there. He's gone on the inside. He's squeezed. That's a brilliant start there for Nigel. He's passed them New Potato. We got cars going all over the show here. That's a Haas car of Gordo, who has lost a bit of momentum there. He's also lost position as well. We got 3 abreast going down to late descent then, as Curry is trying to break the century as well. There's the top 3, very much status quo almost anyway. And look at this then as well. And oh my goodness me, it's a very much Constantina there, isn't it? FIFA is going up into 8th position as well. Oh, that's a Haas and Billet gone off the circuit there in the background. YBR has had some technical gremlins and dropped down the order as well. FIFA has gone up the order, and we've got Mercedes on the inside, and Gordo and Gamer having a look then. They're fighting for position there. Gamer unfortunately came off worse than a lot of the Mexican moves there, but hopefully he can have a cleaner race here tonight. He is up the inside. He passes Gordo. Good stuff indeed. Maldonado has got TK's had some issues there. TK's had some major issues and dropped down the order. And I say, oh, goodness me, who's that? That's Ayrton there going off onto the AstroTurf. There he is in 11th position there. Farhan is up into 12th position at the moment. Good stuff indeed there for him. I think the Billet's got some, I'm not sure he's got technical gremlins or not. Whoa, my goodness me! Oh, gosh, it's a crash! They're up in the air! And Gamer's out! Gordo's out as well! It's a horrific smash in the safety car! Oh, my goodness me, they've gone up in the air! Oh, goodness gracious me! It's a huge smash! Gamer's out of the Grand Prix! The Gordo's out of the Grand Prix as well! Oh, my word then! Oh gosh, there! And oh my goodness gracious me then, there's Billets in the pits, and this is golden opportunity for Billet to go into the hard tyres. Oh my word, that was a horrific smash then, wasn't it, between Gordo and Gamer there? And that was absolutely horrific, wasn't it? Gordo's out, Gamer's out of the Grand Prix as well, and that's not what Gamer wants, is it? Especially with Nigel now going to assert his authority, and in the World Championships run, he might finish second here. Safety car is out here. We didn't have a safety car last night. That was absolutely horrific stuff indeed. The Gamer is not a happy chappy, is he? In the commentaries, he has asked what happened there, and we only seen the end of that, didn't we? So we was looking down the grid, and we seen 2 cars up in the air, didn't we? Back where Webber crashed heavily into that wall there in 2003, and Alonso there steamed across there and hurt himself, didn't they? As we're just coming out of Young Cal then. So absolutely horrific stuff then. We've got Troy who's leading the Grand Prix, Nigel second row, and then New Potato in third. We've got Curly in fourth, and fifth position is Maldonado. FIFA Beefy in sixth, and Young Tommy is seventh. TK is eighth. Ayrton is ninth. 10th position is Farham as well. We've got two retirements from that incident at the moment. We've got Gordo, who is also asking what's happened as well. Then as we've got Crypto Cowboy. What a crash there! Goodness me. As Gurman saying, someone record that as it was horrific stuff indeed. Then, all right, then the big winners and losers in this Grand Prix at the moment then is FIFA Beefy has gone up 4 positions there. Up 5 positions is Farham. Up 6 positions is Murphy. Then Murphy once again being an electric starter. Farham is flying up through the field at the moment as they've caught up to the safety car now. So Bullet is the only driver to come in the pits, and YBR is in this race at the moment. He is in this race, and I think he'll be very happy with that because he has had some awful issues, hasn't he, in this race so far. But absolutely horrific stuff indeed there. So Troy leads the Grand Prix at the moment now. So second position is Nigel. Third position is New Potato. Nigel there on the racing line, and he had the cleaner side of the circuit there, and because of that then he just got up through, and he just really basically followed Troy through, then he went on the outside of New Potato, and absolutely magnificent stuff indeed there for Nigel, which we're just watching. New Potato in third position. Curly is currently in fourth position there. Fifth position is Welshman. The safety car is in this lap, then we're going to be back racing once again. Then Troy then is into Young Cowden, so he is going to be he's going to just finish off this lap as well. And so when is Troy going to drop the hammer? Then he's going to drop it now. Let's see if he does it then. Here we go. Then we're going to be back racing in just a minute. Then it's a very difficult safety car start here, isn't it? Safety car start here. And when is it? He's gone. Yes, he has gone in. Look at this. And this Curly is all over the back then of New Potato. New Potato's on the medium tires, and Curly's on the soft. Welsh Marnado is also in there as well. Oh, Curly there just defending his position, going down in third one. And look at these queue of cars that goodness me, that's an Alfa Romeo, and it's overshot. I think that was TK, and Ayrton's all over his gearbox as well. So good stuff. Then it's Gunnar has dropped down into his own position. As YBR has now moved up into 60 positions. We come down into late descent then. Welsh Barnado is in fifth at the moment. FIFA Beefy in sixth position. Young Tommy is seventh at the moment. Ayrton is now being tracked then from Farham, and then Farham is 2/10 of a second back in 10th position. Now, Farham had a good start in this Grand Prix, very good stuff indeed then for Farham. And he was down in 15th, 16th position there, but he's moved up into the points there. Young Tommy all over the back of FIFA Beefy, who also had a great start as well. He's moved up a couple of positions, he's up 4 positions, he's now up into 6th position. Oh goodness me! And look, New Potato there has gone up wide there, and New Potato's gone wide there, and Curly's just gone up and under. That's a fantastic maneuver there from Curly, and away he goes then, and he is now up into a third position there. Curly is a New Potato dropping down into 4th position then. And there is a New Potato then, so he's got the slipstream. He hasn't got load of DRS then, so he's going to have to do it old-fashioned like Ayrton's got past TK as well. And Curly there going up the inside, mile nodded there. Oh goodness me, as a New Potato dropped off her nose cone now. Ayrton's also made it through another 8 finish as well then, so these are very important points there for Ayrton. Of course, Ayrton's battling to keep his status in silver at the moment. Curly and blimey, Curly and oh goodness me, then they're very much banging wheels, and then there is again. Oh goodness gracious me! Oh my word! There is getting very close, and isn't it? The gap at the front there is almost 3.2 seconds there between Nigel and this battling duo here. Then with Welshman Order just sitting back at the moment there, and just sitting back at the moment in at 4th position there. So good stuff. And we've also got TK who's all over the back of Ayrton, and Ayrton's getting a bit snaky on the old rear end there, isn't he? As he is shaking that rear end from left to right. TK there doesn't want to get too mesmerised by that though, does he? Because he needs to get past Ayrton as we come down at Magulio. Oh my word, there's Farham is using. Oh, he's just damaged the and he's gone right off there. Farham as oh goodness me, he's losing a lot of time there. Farham is there. He went wide at Magulio and he's lost a lot of time. Now that's a fast part of the circuit there, isn't it? And unfortunately for Farham, he has lost an awful lot of time. Then all that time he made up, then he has just lost out now, isn't he? Murphy is 3/10 of a second back at the moment. Gunnar has now moved up into drop down 70 position there. Look at this, and his Maldonado is going for. Oh goodness me, she's going to have a look then, but that New Potato slams the door shut, and Young Tommy is through, or is he? Let's look at it. Oh goodness gracious me, they're banging wheels, and oh my word, then it gets very hair and scare through there as they go onto the curb. We had Sutil and Trulli having a big smash there in 2009, didn't we? we? But luckily they have all got through safe and sound at the moment, haven't they? FIFA Beefy in 7th position. FIFA Beefy in 7th position now, just mirroring young Tommy at the moment. Young Tommy having once again a strong performance there in that Williams car. As I mentioned there, young Tommy and Serious Mushroom, a very strong unit in the back end of this season. Very impressive stuff indeed there from the two drivers. Curly's having a magical race at the moment. That was my word of the day yesterday, but I think I'm going to have to adopt it to tonight as well. He is up into 3rd position there. Look at this, he's on the podium now, Curly is, and he's flying on those soft tyres. And now Nigel is going to have to be looking backwards as Troy has got out of the DRS zone. He is just flying there, but Curly has got a fast on the race. He's going for a dive on the inside into the centre S. No messing about there from Curly. Up the inside, track position there. Jobs are good. Next target is the race leader, which is Troy and Curly. Fantastic racing. And look, Nigel's struggling now. He is dropping back into the clutch of the new potato. They've had some epic battles between those two over the years. Ayrton is fighting with TK. Ayrton is dropped behind TK at the moment. YBR has got technical grandness. He has left the session. He's moved up into 15th position there. YBR, so that was a disappointed bit of news that we didn't want to read or hear about, did we? And unfortunately, as Ayrton is just back at the moment, as Gurman is cheering on Curly now, isn't he? Because Curly has moved up into 2nd position. This is a strong performance there from the McLaren driver. Curly, of course, is a driver that loves to tinker with the car, isn't he? He does a lot of practicing, doesn't he? Curly does that. He just adjusts the setup slightly, doesn't he? Just gets it in the sweet spot. Very much similar to Nicky Lauda-esque, wasn't he? When Lauda was driving his Ferrari, and Ayrton there was very snaky going up the hill then. And there's now Serious Mushroom there. Might be a very interesting in the back end then of Ayrton as well, and so Ayrton might be looking a bit backwards now for the next foreseeable future there. And while Nada's having a look on the inside there, but she needed, I think that she needs to she's got fast up there. Well, unfortunately she's through I didn't even know how that worked there. My goodness me, I think that oh goodness me. And now Maldonado then having a look then is no, listen, it's a new potato on a look there. Maldonado then going into Lake Descent there, but Maldonado has the position there, and she, oh goodness me, she there has got the high ground as well. Then so New Potato then is now going to now let's see what New Potato could do. We've also got Nigel then 4/10 second back at the moment there. It looks like the soft runners then are starting to struggle slightly then, because I thought Curry would have romped off into the distance. That's not the case at the moment, is it? From Curry, well, just as soon as I say it, then he's found half a second from somewhere, and then Nigel just dropping back slightly. Maldonado then can she get past the first ever ALR world champion then, which is Nigel, of course. So that's quite a difficult feat to do, isn't it, from Maldonado. But let's see how she goes, and she comes up the hill then. New Potato is not too far adrift at the moment there in the Alfa Romeo car then. Of course, New Potato has got very much cult status in that Alfa Romeo team, hasn't he? Because he won the bronze world championship in that Alfa Romeo, and of course he's spent more often than not his career in ALR with the Alfa Romeo team then. So very good stuff indeed then. Maldonado just dropped back slightly, and as she is almost out of DRS range. I'll say almost, about 2/10 a second out of the DRS zone. So she is adjusting the settings on the steering wheel as well. Ayrton is just getting out of that dirty air, I think, of TK at the moment. And Ayrton is saying he was not very near a overtaking opportunity. Wilson in a 10th position as well, so they're now settling into a bit of a slog now, aren't they? TK is starting to form a bit of a queue behind him at the moment, a very orderly queue, which is in the form of Ayrton, Serious Mushroom, and Wilson as well. We've also got Murphy in the back as well. There he is, and there's a flash of pink. There he is, then in the pink pan for Murphy is then, and he is just on the back of Wilson at the moment, and Dan is, and a strong race as well. And of course, the highest runners on the fresh medium tires, I should say, it's actually Serious Mushroom. And so Serious Mushroom, Wilson, and Murphy are looking very happy at this stage of proceedings, aren't they? So they're going to be very very happy indeed that as we come across the come over the grid hatches as well. And so Serious Mushroom is currently it's New Potato then currently in 5th position, but 4/10 of a second away. Then Welsh Maldonado is now starting to drop out of the DRS zone, then, which might be a problem for Maldonado then, as she's going to lose that DRS. She's got it at the moment then, but I think the next lap she is going to have a very good second section to keep in that DRS zone. Otherwise, she is going to be very much looking backwards now then. When are they going to come in the pits then for the soft runners? And we'll find out now. Blatant rage. Bailey acknowledges that Gurman as well then. So lovely smiley emoji as well. Good stuff indeed that, as Bailey is currently, I said earlier on then that Curly then was dropping off. Well, he isn't, is he? Because he's now almost within the second of that DRS zone, isn't he? So we'll keep an eye on Bailey, on Curly Red. I apologise, Curly Red then. We'll keep an eye on Curly Red, as at the moment he is very much going to be causing Troy a bit of concern. Oh my goodness me, a new potato is trying to keep that car off of the, oh my word, fantastic how he kept that car out of the wall. Oh, barely. That was brilliant car control. Good stuff indeed there from New Potato, but he's not going to be concerned by that because of the fact that he's damaged his wing now, and that is not what New Potato needed, was it? But he's still in the race at least, and so he might, but unfortunately, he's going to hope for a safety car of some kind now. He was pushing Maldonado. I think that New Potato felt that he might have had a good run on Maldonado going down to turn one, but that is not the case anymore. So Dylan saying a good save there from New Potato, and great pace there from Gurman, and good stuff indeed. But it's left the session there, so hopefully he comes back in a minute or a minute or three. Then Service Mushroom, who's and Serious Martin is now in at ninth position. Then Billett is back in the session now as well. At the moment, Billett will be exiting from silver and going into bronze next season. Then for Billett, but I think that Billett's had a good season. To be fair, Billett has to him now, and I think that more often than not there, he's had a challenging season like Gunnar has in Golden, and I think that both those two drivers definitely deserve a round of applause, don't they, for keeping an eye. So good stuff indeed there from both those drivers there. But Billett at the moment now is 18 seconds adrift, then of New Potato. Then New Potato is almost half a minute adrift of Gunnar, who's down in 16th position then. Serious Mushroom then, who is still causing Ayrton a bit of concern then. Wilson, who is causing Mushroom a bit of concern as well, as we come with the grid heights as well. Nigel is very close to the back of Curly going into turn one then, as we're about a third race distance through this Grand Prix, and Curly is now going to be looking over his shoulder, isn't he, because he's got a red Ferrari now. Ayrton's got a 3-second penalty. That is crucial for his battle for some points here tonight then. So having a look down into turn 4, Ayrton is now under the caution, isn't he? Very much so from Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom's on the inside. Ayrton's going to have to back out. He does back out, and now Wilson's going to have a look as well. But Wilson just too far back at the moment. Gunnar's got a penalty as well. So Ayrton dropping down to 9th position. It's the soft tires and now starting to scream on Ayrton's car. So it's going back to this battle here between that second and third position, which is Curly and Nigel at the moment. I know at the moment the battle for second position then. So what's Curly going to do then? He needs to get to a sensible window and then go onto the medium tires then. So when is that window going to be? We've seen a couple of drivers like Pitt yesterday around about now in the gold race and throwing the hard tires. That strategy didn't work to a certain degree, did it? So I think it'll be soft to medium, won't it? For the drivers that start on the soft tires. But when are they going? They got to eat this out though, don't they? Maldonado there, I think, is looking much more happier in life now that New Potato unfortunately is not behind her. Out the inside goes Nigel. He passes Curly back into second position. Curly back down into third. So now then, I think that unfortunately that overtake was coming, but for Curly, this is where he got to go through the pain next. He will get the gain later on the Grand Prix. The longer he stays out on these soft tires, and the more better it's going to be later on in this race. And Wilson is now alongside Ayrton as well. Wilson passes Ayrton, moves up in. Oh, but Ayrton's going up and under. He had a huge smash here in silver last season, and Ayrton there is up the inside, but Wilson has the momentum. He passes Wilson. Wilson passes Ayrton, moves up into 10th position, then down into 9th position, down to 11th position. There goes Ayrton. Dan is up the inside, and oh no, they've come to blows. Dan and Ayrton has there. Oh goodness me, and oh good gosh there, and Ayrton there. That is a major blow for Ayrton. Is he damaged the car? He hasn't damaged the car. Murphy's damaged Murphy has so, and Ayrton's got a lot of He's got a lot of damage on that wing then. So, oh goodness me then. And that is not good, is it, for Murphy or for Ayrton either. And Ayrton is still in the points though, but of course he needs some points here tonight, doesn't he? On board then once again with Young Tommy then. Now Young Tommy's starting to get involved in this great battle for second, I must say, between Nigel, Curly and Maldonado. Great stuff indeed. And look, FIFA beats. We can't discount out the Ferrari driver. He's looking strong as well. FIFA has got a penalty though. We're keeping on that lovely close up here of Curly's rear end. That lovely stuff indeed. I mean his rear wing, of course, as we go down into a lake descent then, and of course that's a great indication of what the DRS says, and it's a letterbox in the rear wing. It opens up when you're a second beyond the car in front there, as Slayer has got past Ayrton as well, and as Ayrton is starting to fall down the order, unfortunately, for the AlphaTauri car on board with Young Tommy, and he is a half a second away then from Welchman on. It's a great ball for third, fourth, and fifth. I feel like this is very much reminiscent of Australia. Do you remember way back in Australia when we had when we had a great race in Australia, where we had Curly and Maldonado on a very strong start to the season then, and so once again this happened again here. Troy at the boat now is currently out in front there by 2 seconds. I'm going to let me carry on with the Yoda comments as well. Dylan saying lap 15 or 16 for the soft runners to come in. Mediums would be lap 19 or 20 for the mediums to come in for soft tyres. Thank you very much, Dylan. That is why he's a championship leader for bronze. Absolutely great something then. Really magical stuff, and to hear the strategy calls, and that's why I need you guys in the comments there, because of course you are very important to me. Ayrton, oh goodness me, onto the back of Slayer, going down in so when Slayer's on the hard tyres here. Ayrton needs to get past him pronto. Farham is in the pits, and so Farham comes into the pits now as well. Young Tommy's got past Maldonado, and young Tommy is having a full finish. Now I missed it, I apologise, I profusely apologise, and this is some great action here. Now we've got yellow flag in one then, as I think YBR has had some issues. I see that. I'll just take a look then. Yellow flag was, I think, for YBR, unfortunately. And just taking a look then, as Murphy, I don't think he's coming to the pitch just yet, has he? But he is strong with that damage to the front wing. YBR is out of the race then, and he's parked on the start. Oh, it's a safety car, and it's a safety car indeed. Then it's YBR. Don't even know how he's done that. But it's going to be happy with this, so because he can now catch up to the back of the safety car. Get some Detroit. When is he going to come in the pits? Blatant Rage. Say it again, Gurman. We missed it. Curly has improved loads as the season's gone on. My favourite to win next season. Blatant Ranger. Did you get it? Into the pits there comes Troy. I do agree. Then I think that if Curly can get some. If Curly can get some consistency on his race form, then he is definitely going to be a serious contender then for next season. But I think that we'll take a listen to next season then in just a minute. Then when this race calms down, Troy has gone to the hard tyres. We have got Maldonado, who is going to lose an awful amount of time because the two Reynolds are too close there. Oh goodness me, then that's not good at all, is it, for Maldonado? And she has lost an abundance amount of time. Then Maldonado has YBR's left for session then, as he had technical gremlins, and now is Bradfield is up into second position there. Serious Russian leads the Grand Prix, and safety car. Oh, and what's Serious Mushroom there is pulled off. Serious Mushroom is out of the Grand Prix. What's happened there? And I'm not sure what's happened there. Did he overtake the safety car? Because he was in front of the safety car, but Serious Mushroom is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and he was leading this race, and he's gone. He is gone. That is absolutely incredible. Somebody Dylan said this is perfect for the soft runners. Oh goodness, Serious Mushroom out of the Grand Prix. He's been disqualified from the race, and that is absolutely incredible stuff indeed. That Becca, stop Curly from leaving the pits as well. Oh, it's all action here tonight. Troy leads the Grand Prix on the hard tyres. Nigel is second on the hard tyres as well. Tommy in third, then he is on the medium tyres. He is the first runner on the medium tyres. Fifth position is Curly. He has lost a position there. Sixth position there is TK. Welshman Otto in seventh. Wilson in eighth on the hard tyres. Slayer in ninth. FIFA in 10th. Farham on the hard tyres. Murphy on the soft tyres. Ayrton on the medium tyres. Guna on the medium tyres. Same with New Potato, and the same with a Bullet as well. Serious Mushroom is out of the Grand Prix. Oh my word there. Equals is just asked, what's happened to Serious Mushroom? Gurman saying this is Curly's race. I'm telling you, Curly currently fifth fast at the moment, so yeah, fifth in the classification. Yes, he is very much primed, isn't he? Absolutely incredible. Something Wilson is not very up for that. Told me to Serious Mushroom got told to pass there, and unfortunately because of that, then Serious Mushroom out of the Grand Prix. So yeah, he got told to pass Bert Mylander. By the way, I'm not a fan of Bert Mylander, especially coming down to this part of the track here. But Serious Mushroom looks like he got told to pass Bert Mylander. He got disqualified from the race there. And Serious Mushroom, who was leading the Grand Prix, didn't come in the pits there. This is absolutely horrific issues there for Serious Mushroom. He is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Blatant Rage has requested for team orders for Bradfield at the moment. He leads the Grand Prix. He has done 16 laps on those hard tyres. So he may be a mobile chicane then. No disrespect to Bradfield in the opening stage of the Grand Prix, of course, because those tyres are going to be on for quite a long time. But it hasn't come in the pits, curiously enough. And on board Billet now, then remember he needed at least a podium here tonight to guarantee him, to keep him into silver for next season. Just taking a breather. It's coming up to half distance in this Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. So is that safety car is in the end of the start, then we're going green at the end of this one then. So then Bradfield is the safety car. It's going to be restarting in the safety car as well. And so we're at half distance here in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's go once again then. A fantastic race so far. And Dylan saying, go on, Tommy. And we're about to get racing then again. Then where is Bradfield? There he is, and he's about to go. And when's he going to drop the hammer? Bradfield is in as they're all queuing up behind him. When's he going to drop the hammer? When's he going to go? We are go again. And look, Troy's all over the back of him. Goodness me, he's all over the back of him like a bad suit as we come over the line. Then look at how that's free abreast. It's Curly. He's having a look then. It's TK. Look right. It's Welshman on it. She's gone wide though. And it's Wilson going to have a look there. I think Wilson's too far back. He is too far back at the moment. Young Tommy is out of the Grand Prix. And that's two Williamses. This has been the appalling race for the Williams team. And young Tommy out of the Grand Prix. TK has got past Curly. But Curly is like it on the inside there. He is past as well. We got Nigel and Troy also in the mix as well. Look at this, the battle for the lead, and Troy is up the inside. He takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Bradfield is down into second position now. Nigel in third position. Magnificent stuff indeed. That yellow flag said his young Tommy's car is being removed from the side of the track. Then action galore. We're down to 15 cars in this race then, as young Tommy's car has been cleared. Then we'll be back. Well, and who's that? That is Dan up the inside of Farham. Then that's a great lunch there for Dan. He's on the soft tires there, so he is very much trying to make up. Oh my goodness me, Curly is on the outside. Curly has got the ascendancy at the moment. He's on the medium tires, isn't he, Curly? He's got the perfect strategy, and he's on the outside of Nigel. And look right there's Curly. He's got up in a third position. Magnificent stuff there. Welshman almost got past TK as well. Wow, incredible stuff there. And Martin's going up the inside there. Have a look. Goal contact again there. There it is. All just ricocheting off each other. And now Troy has got the lead there. But I think Curly and Maldonado and TK are the highest runners on the medium tires, and they're looking brilliant at this stage of proceedings. I think Murphy's up to ninth position then as well, and there he goes, and he's just got past FIFA and moved up into ninth position. And Murphy has great stuff indeed. FIFA dropped down to 10th position, and going back to this battle here then, magical stuff indeed. Then Nigel then, who is on the hard tires, and so is Troy. Bradfield then is staking out, then is sticking this one out at the moment there, isn't he? Bradfield is what's his strategy going to be? And as young Tommy has just been jinxed there by Dylan there, unfortunately. as young Tommy out of the Grand Prix. What a shame. Both Williams drivers out when it was looking very strong for those two drivers, wasn't it? Up until recently. So that is a major blow indeed. As Curly's on the right underneath the rear wing of his teammate now. And of course there we heard blatant rage asking for team orders there for the McLaren team then. And I wonder then if the McLaren team is going to put the call through then. Well, Bradfield there is not looking like he's giving way just yet, is he? So Bradfield is carrying on then. Curly, who is now let's see if Curly can get the run then, going down into lake descent in turn 4 as well then. Of course, and both McLarens are looking very strong, and a DRS is now available. Curly's all over the back of him. He's going on the outside as well. Curly has done it. Bradfield there is down into a third position then, and I think he's now going to be a rear gunner now for his teammate then, because Nigel needs to get past as well. Look at these conga line now. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Oh, magnificent stuff. I'm losing my words here. He's going at the inside there, but I don't think that's an overtaking opportunity. But those hard tires there are going to be struggling now, aren't they? As Bradfield there has been on those tires since the get-go, since the formation laps before he got going. Magnificent stuff indeed here in Brazil. Then we're on lap 20 out of 36. Curly, of course, then, who has not had a Grand Prix win yet in his ALR career, could potentially be on the cusp of it tonight, and he's less than 2 seconds away then from Troy at the moment. Troy is the man, and he is the world champion at the moment. He is the man standing between Curly and his first ever race win here in ALR. Oh, this is going to be great stuff indeed then. So has Curly got the pace set to catch and overtake Troy? This is going to be great, isn't it? Bradfield has to come in the pits, and Maldonado's all over the back. Then Murphy's got past there as well. Maldonado is up the inside, passes Nigel. Nigel's on the outside, and Nigel's giving Maldonado a squeeze there into turn 1 and 2. And Nigel just about repels the attack there. Oh, goodness gracious me then. And look at this, and they're all harvested now. TK is now all over the back of the rear wing of the Renault cars. Well, Nigel's defending for all he's worth, isn't he? He's on those hard tires there. He doesn't want to be overtaken by the soft shod Maldonado. She has got a 3-second penalty for her problems as well now. And TK is up the inside there. Look right, look left. I mean, I don't know where I'm looking. See, TK knows where he's looking. He's up the inside there. And now he's through, or is he? Where are they? Goodness me, the penalties start coming in now. Then look at this. They're fighting. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Oh, the pine tree coming up into the duck build as well. And now accelerate to the way. Who's on? That's Bradfield off then. One of the McLarens has gone off. It is Bradfield off the circuit there. And he's pushed those hard tyres to their limits and beyond, unfortunately. And that's a major blow. TK is now then, who's got past Maldonado couldn't... Maldonado unfortunately got yellow flags there. It's Ayrton is off the circuit, and Ayrton's down in 14th position there, and Maldonado is in major trouble then from Wilson and now from Murphy as well, as we're going down into turn one there. Oh, Murphy, oh goodness me, as Wilson there slams the door shut there on the nose cone of the racing point as well. Maldonado unfortunately couldn't get past Nigel, could she? Nigel defending for all the marbles here tonight, and then some, going down into Lake Descent then, and Curly is the gap is still 2 seconds at the moment, and that is the gap then between Curly and Troy there. They're both on different compounds of tyres at the moment there. Oh my goodness me, then this race is up in the air. Who is going to win it here tonight then? I have no earthly idea. Oh my word there. Oh my gosh there, I'm absolutely... Oh, I am absolutely struggling to find my right words here tonight. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then action galore here in Brazil. What did you expect though? Into the Ducks build again then for Wilson and Murphy. Murphy is on the soft compound tyres. We're on board with Murphy now. And look in the foreground there is Nigel. He is the man that's holding up this queue at the moment, isn't he? Accelerates out and coming up the hill as well. TK is all over the back of Nigel. Maldonado is kind of has lost the momentum. Can she regain it then? And maybe get on the podium. I believe she does, and she needs to she needs to get past these two first there, doesn't she? Nigel doesn't have any pounds at all, and that is going to be a crucial part of this race. There's Curly at the moment. Curly doing an exceptional job, isn't he? But Troy still in the Grand Prix at the moment, as the sun is very much high in the sky here in Brazil at the moment. No, as Sarah Mercer has left the session there, unfortunately. There's going to be no calls. There's no concern about rain at the moment. And Farham then is in the 10th position. And New Potato is just too far back in 11th in the Alfa Romeo car. Look at this queue just up in front of us there. Look at all these cars there. My goodness me. And I've got to say them, they're very close together, aren't they? Now can TK, he's all over the back of Nigel. Can he get past as well? Look at Zennis. He is very much resting the car, isn't he? He's resting the car then between himself and that Alfa Romeo. Good stuff. Indeed, I'm loving this. And Curly has taken a 10th for a second out now, as he now started to let the reins down that McLaren. And now he's going to catch him past Troy then with her on that 23 out 36. We've got 14 laps to go here in the race. Oh my word, I don't think I can last for another 14 laps, so I'm absolutely shattered there. Oh my word, I can't wait to race the morning, because hopefully it'll be a break. Wow, incredible stuff. And Nigel's weaving this way and that way. He wants to break the slipstream, doesn't he? He's doing a good job at the moment. And of course you're not allowed to weave in the braking part, or the braking zone of the corner there. You can weave to a certain degree going down there, but as long as an excessive weave in, I think that someone got told off for that in the earlier on in the season, didn't it? Was it Verstappen perhaps? I'm not sure. But anyway, whatever the case may be, Nigel is just trying to stay in that third position there. He's doing a good job at the moment. Now look at the queue of cars behind him, and this is very much a DRS train at the moment, isn't it? Let me go to the comment, shall we? My word there. Just serious much then next week I'll be missing my first game. Oh my goodness me, Serious Mushroom was missing his first league race ever. That's the first time that Serious Mushroom has missed an ALR race since starting with us almost 3 seasons ago. That is absolutely that's devastating now for us, and for us especially. What a shame now, and for the Williams team then, as that is such a shame now for Serious Mushroom now, and he's not going to be very happy as he was. He's not going to be very, because he's unfortunately had a bit of an unhappy race here tonight, hasn't he? Unfortunately, Serious Mushroom. We're on board then with TK, and he's a bit too far back at the moment, isn't he? Equals is saying, and Curly's sure done a lot of practice. He deserves a good finish there. As Dylan there agrees that Murphy has got past Wilson and moved up into 7th position then. As Murphy there is on the soft tyres, going for a sprint, into this Grand Prix. Ayrton's got past Billet and moved up into 13th position then. Murphy is trying to defend, then look at those 3 cars in front of us. Nigel's doing a great job with the fender. New Potato has got past and back up into the top 10 there for New Potato then, and a very good sum indeed there for New Potato. And you can see this queue of cars in front of us then. Billy's got past Ayrton and back up in the 30 minutes there. Ayrton dropping down to 14th fan in the Alpha Tower then, on board with Slayer at the moment. And look at this, and goodness me then, it's your worst nightmare on a Monday morning, isn't it? Going somewhere there from car 25, which is Slayer, as he is very close to the back of to the back of Wilson as well, then, as Billet is gone off the circuit there, as Ayrton and Billet was quite close together. I'm not sure if there's contact or what. I'm very sinister, ain't I? I gotta say, but they were close together, and that's always the first fault, isn't it? Where I seem to always go to maybe there's a collision, and Curly's got it down to 1.5 seconds now. Curly's got a penalty though. That is crucial in the Grand Prix, and we've got also someone who's that, as Wilson there is also defending on those hard tires, because he's got Slayer and FIFA and New Potato behind him as well. What man on just getting out of the slipstream then of TK at the moment. There's a lot of penalties on this at the moment now. As just back on board then with Slayer as well. TK is all over the back of Nigel again. This is great defending there. It really is indeed. Then Billet then into the pits. Then Ayrton is also in the pits as well. I think that they may have come together instead, as that's usually a sign, isn't it? As two drivers come together. So Billet and Ayrton now, unfortunately, in the pits. As it stands on there, Billet will be relegated to bronze for next season. Then unfortunately there for the Haas car. On board then we have TK. He is in fourth position at the moment, and he's not far away from third position. However, in terms of the penalty status at the moment, and everyone's got 3 seconds apart from Nude, who's got 6, and Farham and Gunar's got 6, and Ayrton and Billet have all got 6-second penalties there. And TK struggling going up the hill there, isn't he? As I wonder if he just dropped off slightly. Back on board then with the back on board now with the Alfa Romeo driver. Then look at Nigel, then he is hugging the inside wall, so TK is going to go on the outside there. Nigel's gone in deep there, and look at that he's just used this car as momentum there to slow him down. Brilliant stuff, and that doesn't make no sense at all, but let's carry on with it, shall we? Great stuff indeed then. Lap 27 out of 36, 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. TK is going. Oh, he's going for it. He's out of the contact. Maldonado going up the inside as well. I've swallowed my tongue. But she was just too far back at the moment, wasn't she? Goodness me. Look, there's Murphy in the background, but those soft tires are going to be at the edge of the limits and beyond there for Murphy. I think he's going to start to really, oh my goodness me, he's going to start to really struggle on those soft tires. Now Murphy's got another penalty to his agenda at the moment. Now Murphy has there, and that is going to be added on at the end of his race. At the end of his race time then, unfortunately there for Murphy. I think that's 6 seconds out penalty there for Dan Murphy. We have got Service Roses up to Dylan now to get them points there. Good luck, lads. Well, he also said me as well, but there's no point in saying me, is there? Because I'm... Murphy! Murphy is off the circuit there, and what is going on for Murphy there, and I'm not sure what happened there. So I didn't even see it really, I just see the yellow flag. Maldonado is now all over the back once again, but Murphy has dropped down to 11th position, he's out of the points. Oh goodness me, then is there weaving this way, that way? Oh god, he's brake, oh my goodness me, he's parking Nigel out of the way, and he's on the inside, and he passes Nigel. Maldonado's going to go up and under as well, as she, look at this, and she's got the momentum, there's going to be free abreast, and look, she's got the orange, she's got the, oh my goodness me, and look at this, as we're going down into Lake Descent as well. Nigel's not giving up. There he's gone. Closing my eyes. I'm hiding behind my pillow. Oh, goodness me. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my word there. Absolutely magnificent stuff. TK is still on the outside. Nigel's on the inside as well. Maldonado is just there ready to strike. And oh, my goodness me. And how did Nigel keep that in a straight line is beyond me. Magnificent stuff indeed. Skill of the utmost there. It was getting very, I got to say, it was getting very cozy between those two drivers, wasn't it? But how did they keep in a straight line is beyond me. Billet just at the fast of the race in the soft Haas car. Wow, incredible stuff. TK has done it. Now he needs to get outside of the 3-second window of Nigel if he's got the pace set. Curly is in a second now with Troy as well. He is really gaining on the champion now, isn't he? Curly is there. And look at this. And so Curly, he needs to get outside the 3-second window of Troy as well, because Troy currently at the moment has no penalty as well. Whilst Curly has 3 seconds. We go down into turn 1, the center S once again then, and looks like the Troy is, oh, TK is off. TK is off. Oh, he's in the barrier. He's damaged the nose cone there at the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's got the job done, but he was getting a bit too harsh on the power. Wild Maldonado's on the inside there. Curran, look at this. Oh my goodness me, there's contact as they go through the very fast turn 6, and Maldonado's done it. She's up into 3rd position, and Nigel's down into 4th position now as well. And I've just oh goodness me, I have just spluttered all over my phone. Ooh. I'm about the news, not the weather. Oh my goodness me. Maldonado's up into 3rd position. Nigel in 4th position. Wilson's down into a very handsome 5th position. Lovely stuff indeed there from the Red Bull driver. Very much We said it was a racer, didn't we? Absolutely magical stuff indeed. TK, I think, has got damage on that Alpha Tari as well. Gunnar is on the cusp of getting his first points of the season as well. Great stuff indeed there for Gunnar. Oh, magnificent stuff. But let's see how this one progresses then. Wild Nodder then is going to be seeing Nigel in her wing mirrors once again. And where is that Nigel? Nigel's going to go down soon, and then Wild Nodder is keeping the inside open. That's just a Ferrari space, and there she is on the inside, and she's got a 3-second penalty now for her troubles then. Oh goodness me, that is a crucial part of this race now. The TK is coming to the pits and Nigel there is now at the moment he can technically get third position without passing Malnada, but that is not what Nigel's all about. He's back through, he's back into third position there. Murphy's got the fast lap of the race at the moment, and look, Wilson's now coming to involve in this battle for third position there. What an incredible Brazilian Grand Prix. Curly is less than a second back at the moment. There he is then. Oh my word then. Absolutely incredible stuff for Curly though. He's got a pass and then dart up the road then. 3 seconds up the road to be precise, and if he wants to get this Grand Prix win for Curly, but this is one of his best drives of his ALR career. Magical stuff there from Curly. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. And he is now just dropping back slightly, isn't he? Curly is we're on board that he's used a lot of urge at the moment, actually, the McLaren driver, but this is a statement of intent, as the comment said, for next season for Curly. Goodness me, he's going to be he's definitely going to be in the conversation for next season, for potentially challenging for the World Championship for silver for next season there. Definitely very much so after this evidence. Magnificent stuff indeed. Oh, I'm a sweaty mess. I really am then. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed then. And just now on board there with New Potato at the moment, and he is just a bit too far back as we're coming down to late descent again. And Nigel is doing a very good job of hanging on to that third position magnificently well indeed. Curly is still 6/10 of a second away at the moment. Farham in ninth position. Gunnar in a very solid 10th. Well done indeed there to Gunnar. Brilliant stuff indeed. Outside the top 10 is Murphy in 11th. 12th is Bradfield. TK 13th. Ayrton 14th. Billet 15th. Retirements, Young Tommy, YBR, Gordo, Gamer, and Serious Mushroom all out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. And absolutely magical stuff. And now then we're on board then with Troy. We're on board with Curly. And then there's Troy in front of us, and lap 31 out 36. Then we've got 6 laps to go in this race. 6 laps to go in this race, and Fireman's got a 3-second penalty. Curly, unfortunately, had a 3-second penalty as well earlier on in this race. So at the moment, he is guaranteed second position. Curly is there, but he doesn't want to be second, as he Curly is not here to drive for second position, is he? He wants his first Grand Prix win of the season and of his career as well. But it's going to be a tough task, is it, to beat Troy? Well, to overtake Troy and then to get 3 seconds up the road there. But he is definitely going to give it a whirl. Slayer, this is a strong performance for Slayer as well. And Marlon is having a look at Nigel once again. And as Wilson is coming under attack now from Slayer and FIFA Beefy as well. We're on lap 32 out of 36 at the moment, as the laps are now starting to tick down. And look at FIFA, he's got a run. Oh my goodness me, he's up the inside. FIFA, that is audacious manoeuvre there from, oh my goodness me, that is audacious there from FIFA Beefy. Magical stuff indeed. That's absolutely out of this world. Oh, brilliant stuff there from FIFA Beefy. He's now been in 6th position there. TK has moved himself up into 12th position. He's got past Bradfield there. Good stuff indeed there for TK then, but he's going to be very disappointed at that. As I think that's another driver that surely should be a championship favourite, along with Curly for next season, potentially. And maybe even Martin Nodder that I was going to talk about next season as well, but I haven't had no time to talk to him. We'll talk more about that in Abu Dhabi, as this race is just too much for me, isn't it? I can't make heads or tails of what's going on here tonight. Absolutely magical stuff. And look at this then, it's FIFA Beefy then, who's going to be coming under the cosh again now from Slayer. Slayer's on the outside there. FIFA just keeps on the, oh my word there. Did we ever bump up the rear there from New Potato? And Farham is now then, he'll figure out a pole and start, didn't he? But he says it's not about how he starts, it's about how he finished. Lovely rear shot there from New Potato's rear wing then. It's not about how it starts, about how you finish at lap 33 out of 36 then. Coming down into turn 4 once again then. FIFA Beefy then just keeping in front of Slayer at the moment there, but Slayer does not need to overtake him. I say he does not need to overtake him. However, he does need to overtake him then if he does want to get overtaken there by New Potato and co then, but Slayer does not have any penalties. That's the cut of my jib I'm trying to make there. Gurman's just asked for the ball for first, and here it is then. And yes, let's have a look at this now then. So Curly then just getting a bell shape. Then we've got New Potato as well, who's also 3/10 of a second back. Then we'll try and keep an eye on it. And so Curly at the moment now is 6/10 of a second away. He does have a 3-second penalty though, and back on board with Curly on lap 34 out of 36. We've also got the battle between Wilson, FIFA, Slayer, and New Potato as well. Farham is also in the mix as well, and back on board then with Curly. He's using all of the using all of these errors, and then so as well as he is coming down into a lake descent. And then look at this, and he's having a look for Troy defending his position. We've got Billet coming out of the pits once again. Then New Potato then is also 2/10 a second back to him, and that's a rubber shot. That's better, but going down to lake descent. And there once again, then all of them are just a bit too spread out at the moment, aren't they? So that's such a shame. And back on board then with Curly, lap 34 at 36, and he's run out of time now. And run out of laps. I wonder if now the hard tyres are now going to start to do their thing, and with the medium tyres there is probably being stretched to their limit perhaps. And of course the safety car came in a bit earlier than what they should have done, shouldn't they? Absolutely mega stuff indeed. And let's just take a look at the comments, shall we? And it is and it's serious. So just going back through the comments. Then hopefully bringing the drivers and constructors on tomorrow. Dylan is fingers crossed. That we've also got just want to say not really. I like to miss a race. Just anger there. Gurman saying, can you show the ball first? Yes, yes indeed. Then Gurman is saying also Curly is my driver today. Amazing drive, serious performance from Curly on lap 35. Then he's standing up in the seat of that McLaren, isn't he? Curly Red is at the moment. That's absolutely mega stuff indeed. Then Serious Russian saying go on Becca, and also Gunnar is home as well in 10th position at the moment. This is one of Gunnar's strongest drives of the season. So look at this, a New Potato. It's all over the back of all over the back of Slayer as well. Having a look on the inside. No dice at the moment there as we come down into lake descent once again. Then, but unfortunately runs out of road. Does he back at the front? Then this is incredible stuff. This is on lap 35 out of 36. You've had two outstanding races here into Lagos and this last few days. Go upon a clinic tonight. There's been action packed with silver as well. We're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. We've got a queue of cars then in the battle for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. And Gunnar's on the cusp with some points as well for the Red Bull team. But can he stay there with Murphy also tailing him as well? TK in 11th and 12th position. Bradfield 13th, Ayrton 14th, Bullet in 15th position there. That is the classification then. Retirement's young Tommy out of the race there. We also lost YBR, Gordo, Gamer, and Serious Mushroom got disqualified there for overtaking the safety car, even though his engineer told him to. So make of that what you will. Now look, we're now coming down to lake descent again, and Curly has done, yes, as Gurma says, and Curly has done an outstanding job. Then he is driver of the day, isn't he? Curly has been, he's been absolutely magnificent indeed. Then going back to this battle here, then, and I think that might have been the last gas there for New Potato. We got Murphy's just got past Gunnar. Then I think that Murphy has 9 seconds of penalties, doesn't he? He has 6 seconds of penalties. Gunnar has 6 seconds as well, and so Murphy's just passed Gunnar for points as well. And but that's unfortunate for Gunnar. However, I think he's done a good job today, Gunnar. So very good stuff indeed then. And now we're into the final stage of the race as well. We had the final lap then as well, coming out of Juncal for the 36th and final time. We're on board with the world champion, who has been pushed to the limit and beyond, hasn't he? But Troy is going to win his 11th Grand Prix of the season as well for Troy as well. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Magnificent stuff there from Troy. Oh, absolutely stellar stuff there. 11th Grand Prix win. He's only 4 shy of actually I think that he's not too far away from Slayer's in fourth position. That is magnificent stuff there from Slayer. Really good stuff indeed. Curly getting second position today, and that's equal his best best result of his career as well with second position today. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Curly. Absolutely magical stuff there, and that is why he could potentially be a championship contender for next season. Today, Troy has actually equaled the most race wins in a single season, which was set by Glock in season 1 then. So Troy has got 11 Grand Prix wins along with Glock as well. Magnificent stuff there from Troy today. So this is very much a day of celebration there from Troy. Magnificent stuff indeed. Good to speak. If he wins in Abu Dhabi in a week's time, he will have the most Grand Prix wins in ALR Silver history in a single season. Wow. Incredible stuff then. Blatant Race saying well done, Troy. Then Formula Moments there. Yes, it was so bad in qualifying. Hit him, Gunnar. Laugh out loud as well. Absolutely, that was a great race, wasn't it? Whew. Well, I've got to say, I've earned my paycheck tonight. Then I'm hoping for. I think that the word of the day has been curly, isn't it? And maybe I'm going to get some curly whirlies off the admins as well after that. That was fantastic stuff indeed, wasn't it? Let's take a phone look at the classification then from the Brazilian Grand Prix, shall we? Troy won the Grand Prix, his 11th Grand Prix win of his career and of the season, and he equals Glock's 11 race wins, which is a record back in season 1. So fantastic stuff there from Troy. Gets a win in Abu Dhabi in a week's time, and he'll be at the most wins in a single season. Curly finished second today. Magnificent stuff there. Pushed him all the way to the line. Third position was Nigel. Fourth position was Slayer. Oh, he got no penalties. It was magical stuff there from Slayer. He just kept his nose clean. Brilliant stuff. Wilson from 14th to 5th. FIFA Beefy in 6th. Marinado 7th in the end. And she might be a bit disappointed with that. 8th position was New Potato. 9th position was Farham. Murphy in 10th position there. TK outside the points of 11th position there. What a shame there for TK. He was on course for third or maybe in 4th today. Gunnar in 12th position. Bradfield in 13th. 14th was Ayrton. 15th is Billet. Retirements Young Tommy, YPR, Gordo Gamer, and Sirius Russian got disqualified for overtaking under the safety car, albeit he was told to overtake under the safety car, wasn't he? So, there we go. Whew. And, absolutely magnificent stuff indeed. Slayer saying it remained calm, was squeezed a few times but avoided the madness. Anyway, well done, blah blah. And Sarah's much there. It's not a happy bunny about the safety car, is he? So I've got to say, safety car around here is quite brutal to say the least, isn't it? It took me out as well. So yes, I know exactly what you mean. Sarah's much then. So hopefully the stream won't go off. Then I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Oh.